showtime.
Hey, Myth, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you.
Please subscribe to Sharon and Jamie Travel. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Excellent.
Welcome to our show tonight. I don't know.
What?
The screen, J-Mac. We can't even see anyone who's here.
Oh my God! You know what, Sharon? you take the intro tonight. You're already scolding me 2 seconds into the show. This is an outrage.
There we go.
There's a few people here. There's a couple people here already. It's lovely to see the folks out there.
Well, all we could see was our faces, and I'm like, we don't want to see our faces. We want to see everyone else's names out there.
I said, Sharon, I'm always the loudmouth to start the show. You take over. You take the reins this time.
Oh my goodness.
And she said, I will. And then she started yelling at me. So see what happens around here, guys. I'm always in trouble. Always in trouble. What's up? Can you see us? Can you hear us? Are we live in your living room? Are we live in your car? Are we in your bedroom? No, we're not in your bedroom. Are we in the basement? Where are we right now? Where are you watching us right now? Let us know in the chat so that everyone knows what room are you in. Are you sitting at the kitchen table? Is the family huddled around? Is it like 1958 where folks are huddled around the TV for the television show of the week to come on? Anthony, I do look fancy tonight. I went back to this old faithful shirt. It's a good go-to when I'm not up to date on my laundry and I can pull this thing out because usually it's clean and ready to go. Oh, people are okay.
Wow.
A lot of holy mackerel. People are answering like, I can't keep up with that. You guys need to slow it down a little bit.
In the den.
Holy
On
mackerel.
the couch, in the bedroom.
Unbelievable. Jerry Dietrich said 300 out of the gate. You guys are unbelievable. Already got 320 people here. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. And thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Very much. I want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you. That old Steve Martin comedy right there. Anyway, guys, we are super excited to be here tonight. If it's your first time here, welcome to the show. We're called Sharon at Sea Travel. This is Sharon. And together as a family, and I am Jamie, and together as a family, we are Sharon at Sea Travel. That includes Matthew. We have some amazing people behind the scenes working hard with us and for us and on behalf of us. You know them in the chat. You love them. Nautical Nurse Nancy is here. Leanne Francisconi, she may or may not be here because she, at the moment, is...
I see her.
Is she out there too? Can you see her somewhere in the chat?
Yeah, I did.
Well, she is on Adventure of the Seas. Last week, I don't know what's happening. This is an outrage. Last week, Nancy was on Adventure of the Seas, and we're here sitting in our house. This week, Leanne is on Adventure of the Seas, and we're still here sitting in our house.
Yeah, they're taking
What the hell is that all about, Sharon?
But you know what? We'll be cruising in 11 days.
Yes, we will be cruising soon.
It'll be our turn.
And let me give a special shout out to Nancy, who is recovering right now from a very traumatic experience. It's something that you never ever think will happen to you on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it? Do you want to tell the folks what happened to Nautical Nurse Nancy?
I don't know. I've never. This is the first person that I know of that's
I've never heard this report. Anyway,
ever gotten
never been a news article like this before.
hurt ice skating on a cruise ship.
Ice skating on a cruise ship. Only Nautical Nurse Nancy could come back from a cruise with a knee injury due to an ice skating accident on a cruise ship. How does that even happen? You know what we say to her tonight? Nancy, we love you. Get better soon, girl. Cheers.
Rest, stay off that leg, and make everyone in the family wait on you.
Yes, Anthony, I hope you're taking good care of that girl. And the kids as well. Sharon, what do you got to drink tonight? What are you wetting your whistle with?
I actually have wine. I'm drinking my favorite wine tonight.
A little vino for you.
Yeah.
Let me just say hi. Larry Thomas, thank you so much, dude. You guys are amazing. Larry and Elaine.
Larry is on the
cruise
as well.
Yeah, he's on a...
He's doing a back-to-back.
I don't want to even tell people this. I'm afraid they will like him a little less than they already do, but Larry and Elaine are on a back-to-back. They were on the first week of Adventure of the Sea, and they're on this freaking week, too. I'm
curious to see what if they find any differences with just anything, whether
we might have to bring them up show live.
The service, like the food, or is it different? I know so many more vloggers were on the first sailing than the second sailing, so do you notice a difference with any of that?
Yes.
Or just I don't know, just in general, do you notice a big difference?
We're going to need some feedback from the guy, but Larry says, hello from Adventure of the Seas, SAST family. We're here for a second. We're off to meet the Hammer and Brian for a show. Let's go cruising. So Larry is off to meet Leanne and Brian Francisconi for a night on the town. I'm sure they're going to be drinking and watching a show and gambling and up till all hours of the night. Maybe a cigar at some point will be in there. Thank you so much for the super chat. Vivian Murdoch, thank you for the super chat.
Thank
You
you,
are
Vivian.
awesome. Thank you so much for the love and the support. We always appreciate it. Yes, Tess Almont said no drinking and skating. That should not be allowed.
I don't think I could do both of those at the same time.
There's so much going on, but before we start, we do have a message from Leanne and Brian, and they just wanted to let you guys know that they're doing okay. So without further ado, just a quick little, just a snippet. They just wanted to say hi. Here you go.
Hey everybody.
Hey there, cruise crew. We are coming at you from Adventure of the Seas. It is pretty amazing on this ship, and it's so glad to be back to cruising. What do you have to say, honey?
We're having a great time. Wish everybody was here.
Thank you so much for following along on our adventure. We haven't really posted too much, but we will send some pictures along soon. We've just been really enjoying ourselves, relaxing, and just catching up on that beautiful ocean, and it's just been amazing.
Having a great time.
So what do we have to say to that, honey?
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy cruising. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, there we go. We're back. We're
I
back.
don't know what we said.
Damn it, I forgot that.
Well, we were saying how great it is to see everyone out cruising.
It is. It is great to see everyone cruising again, and that's what you miss, guys. No big deal. We'll just cut that out later and pretend it never happened. But it's great to see everybody out there cruising and having fun again. And I want to let everybody know that I am enjoying a martini tonight. It's a Kettle One martini, vodka martini, but I've switched up the blue cheese olives, and we've gone with, believe it or not, pepper jack cheese filled olives. Pepper jack cheese. Unbelievable. They are fantastic. I'm loving it. So very exciting stuff. Yes, we are back. Sorry about that. That's one of those things where you turn off the mic for a moment while the video's playing, and then you watch the video and you forget you turned off the mic, and then you're like, oh damn. So so there you go.
Thanks
That's
for
what
reminding
happened.
us.
Oh, I'm sure. 500 people came in and said, hey, dummies, your microphone's off. All right, we got it. All right, let's jump in the chat and say hi to a few folks. It's 12 minutes after. Let's just go back to 10 minutes after. Let's go back to right after we came back from No Sound and see what's going on out there.
Plane's muted.
Jamie, you always forget to turn the sound back on. LOL. Thank you, Monique. I appreciate you noticing that. And it's not always, but boy, it sure as heck feels that way sometimes, doesn't it? Amy Fronzak is here. Jimmy Butler, MGM Family Travel, Lucy from MGM, Dawn Carell Cruz is here. What's going on, guys? Daniel Field, Dave and Brandy's Excursions, Mike Wood, Augusta, Georgia. What is up? Beverly Cash is here. Tess Almond's in the house. Danella Huffman, Douglas Bray, Najuma Brown. What's going on? Holly Johnson, Andrew Plysmore is here. What's up, Andrew? David Green is here. Slinky Angle King, Ann Gibson, Alex Valdivia, Charles Hahn is in the house. Scott Weber, Aspen ATC, Douglas Fammy, Karen Griswold, Queet Beat, Christine Lugo, Don Lee, what's up? Mary Jane Harless Smith, Jim Benbrook, Kevin Bluck, Tess Almond, Ali J, what is going on? Brandon Harrelson is here. Hello, Brandon. Marty Wise, Rich P. Jamie's shirt is looking awesome, but he could lose a button. Wink, wink. Rich, you want to go? Are we talking about this? Too sexy for my shirt. Is that where we're going? Nobody wants to see that, Rich. I'm sorry.
Aspen
the votes are in.
ATC, hello. Oh,
Yes.
like it's a silent movie.
It wasn't silent movie for a minute. Pierre Broderick's here. Teague Neal is in the house. Ian MacArthur, Rob from Life with Favor. Speaking of Rob from Life with Favor, Sharon, let me tell you a story about a time when we were supposed to go on a cruise and meet up with Favor and Rob from Life with Favor. Two of, undoubtedly, the nicest people within the cruising community. Sincere, pleasant, genuine, lovers of cruising, and just super damn nice. And that was canceled a long time ago in the dream. But guess what?
Yeah.
Tell the people. Tell them the news.
We're going to cruise with them again.
When?
In 11 days.
11 days. That's right. Rob and Favor are going to be on that cruise.
Yeah.
That's going to be amazing. And another little channel you might have heard of running around the joint, the Cruise World. Mark and Stephanie from the Cruise World are going to be on that cruise as well. Plus a number of other folks are going to be there. If you're going to be on the cruise with us in July, let us know in the chat so that we can say, hey, what's up, and get excited about it. Thank you very much.
Make sure you come up and say hi to us.
For sure.
Yeah.
Unless it looks like Sharon is yelling at me. If it looks like Sharon's yelling at me for some reason, please just keep walking and wait till the next time you see us. If there's a motion like this and she's scolding me like that, and I'm kind of looking like down at the ground like this, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Then just keep on walking. But otherwise, please come back and say hello. Scott Weber, dude, thank you so much for the super chat. We'll be seeing you on the Prima Group cruise. So excited at Food Carnival out of Long Beach.
Oh, thank you, Scott.
Oh,
really
gosh.
appreciate it. Yes, Scott will be on the Prima Group cruise.
That'll be fantastic.
Yeah, that ship is going to be
That will
amazing.
be fantastic. Yeah. Nancy said you caught that very quickly. Way to go, Jamie. Nancy, I'm getting better at screwing up. I think that's what you're saying, and I appreciate the comment. Mr. Cruise Fever is here. Really Creative Travel is here. What is going on, Blaine? I always try to chime in, a little bit before the show. We're sitting there getting ready. We're having dinner, here in Arizona. It's only 6 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock on the East Coast. And then I always sit there and I'm on the computer getting a few things ready. And I'm like, damn it, I got to chime in and say hi to Blaine. And I feel like crap because I go in, I say hi to a few people, and then I'm like done. And I'm like, I wish I could hang out and chat for a little bit, but I got to jump out. But Blaine from Really Creative Travel, always a huge supporter and player within the community, is on right before us every Monday night. So please make sure that you go give him some love and say hi to him as well when you're out and about cruising the YouTube world. Let's see. Let me see if I can't get caught up here a little bit. Krishanda Loves Cruising is here. What's up? Carla McClendon's in the house. Sue O'Connor. Mary Ellen Dillon. Hello. Q's Cruisers. Speaking of some fun cruisers, Bob and Sarah from Q's Cruisers had an amazing time. I mean, that's what I heard through the grapevine on Adventure of the Seas last week. So that looked fantastic.
Yeah, they look like they were having fun.
Yes, we saw some of their cool stuff. If you want to see some Adventure of the Seas content, go to the Q's Cruisers. Christine Lugo's here. Stephen Hayes is here. What's going on, buddy? Timothy Walters is in the house. Timothy, Sharon wants to know one thing. What's Aaron Rodgers going to do? What's Green Bay going to do with him? Can you just send her an email? She wants to know.
I did.
You're wondering, yeah. You're concerned about the Packers for Timothy Walters and for Nautical Nurse Nancy.
Okay.
Dan Zulch is here. Mike Jackson, B Staten 67. Hello. Neil Drucker is in the house. Lindy Lou. Michelle Skeggs is here. Let's see. James Smith. Elisa and Joe's at Destinations. What's going on? Oh yes, Elisa and Joe are going to be on the Vista. And
they're going to be on the Vista too.
We had a pleasure of meeting them. You remember when we met them?
At our Arizona meetup.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Super nice folks, and we're looking forward to them too. So we're gonna have some fam. We're gonna have some friends on that cruise, and we're gonna have a good time. Now it's not like that Adventure of the Seas deal, where every time you turn around, you're bumping into a vlogger in the middle of a video. I mean, that thing was loaded. There were so many amazing content creators on that ship. It was crazy just following along. But this one's going to be a little more mellow, but I think we're cool with that.
We'll see.
Cool. Hey, you never know. You never know who's going to show up and surprise us. Joe Oliveira is here. It says Panorama next April. Let's see. Meg W is in the house. Says very cool background today. Thank you, Meg. We appreciate that. Rich P said Jamie's such a tease. Sorry, Rich. You know how I play. You know how I roll. Let's see. What else do we have? Have you heard of Regal Princess? Yeah, we're kind of familiar with some of the Princess ships. Yeah. We hope to be on one sooner or later. Hopefully sooner rather than later. So excited seeing all the other cruise vlogs. Makes me happy for cruising. Renee BP829, you're right.
Yeah.
I think you'll agree with me, right? I mean, it was great seeing people cruising.
Yeah.
And having fun doing something they love.
Yeah, just seeing current cruise vlogs, people where they're currently on a ship. I mean, it's so weird. It's just weird to even think about it. It's been so long, all the different cruise vlogs that are out there are all, I feel like they're all, they're old.
Yes.
People have seen them over and over, kind of like reruns. And now we have new ones.
Yep, you're right. Robbie O'Malley says, I can't believe we'll be missing each other again. I know, Robbie, you're going out of Florida. We're going out. I think he's avoiding us.
And it's so funny because, before I knew that Robbie was even going, I almost booked us on the Horizon. Like I was so close. In fact, I like the itinerary on the horizon much better, but we just decided to go on the Vista. I think because it was the first Carnival cruise back, we just decided, if we're going to go on one, we'll go on the first one back. So I don't know.
There you have it. Crazy Cat Traveler wants to know, how can you tell if Sharon's yelling? Give him a look. Yell at me for a second. Let's pretend I did something wrong, and then just yell at me. Show him what it looks like.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
No, you can't do that. All right, fine. I thought you could do it pretty easily. It's funny because when I don't want you to do it, you can do it in a heartbeat. Yeah. Let's see. Jamie and Sharon, starting to miss you guys on the July cruise. We're going to be in Florida for 9 days. Stephen Hayes, we're sorry to miss you too. But we're looking forward to seeing some folks. Speaking of folks, we're going to see Nina Crennan's in the house. Nina's going to be there for sure. Douglas Bray said, wouldn't you want us to rescue you, Jamie? Well, you could try, but don't let the calm, sweet demeanor of this lady to my left on your right fool you. She will tear you up if you do her wrong. Just know that. Just know that. Just be glad that you're not somebody who's felt that wrath. Cindy Johnson's here. What is going on, Cindy? Lovely to see you. Yes, Elise and Joseph woo-wooed here. Here I come, and I can't wait. Jamie, when and where is the Vegas get-together in September? Nancy Fields, thanks for asking. Literally, I was in contact with John this morning. Real quick, I'll tell you what we're up against. Okay, the first week, originally we talked a little bit about trying to pull it off the week we get back from our Mardi Gras group cruise. That would be like the 12th, I think, or something like that. We get back on the 11th and then fly in for the 12th. But there's just not enough time, and prices that week are through the roof.
I think, isn't that
in
the
Vegas.
week that the Raiders are in?
Raiders are playing the home game. They're a Monday night game, so people will be staying all weekend and then into Monday. The prices are through the roof, and we just figure we don't want to do it when people just can't afford to go. I mean, nobody wants to have to, take money out of their regular living expenses and cut into that just to go to Vegas for a couple of days. Well, maybe some people do. And not everybody, Nancy, will get put up in the nicest of villas and suites just for being the queen of slots. So so the rest of us poor fools have to chalk up money to go. So the first week's looking like a no-go. Week 2, week 3, somewhere in September is what we're trying to narrow it down to. And we're trying to find the best place for everyone to go that'll be affordable, convenient, and, the likes of that. And the one thing that we're up against is every time the Raiders play at home, the prices skyrocket in town at most of the Strip hotels. So that's what we're kind of trying to figure out. So
we're trying to find a week that the Raiders aren't there that also works for us, and I know John as well, and so we're having a little bit of trouble, but we're trying to narrow. We're still trying to narrow something down. Between
John, York, they both have families, they both have jobs. It's tough. Not to mention, at the end of October, we're all getting together and going on a group cruise out of New York, so that's going to be a monster cruise. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Let's see.
So much going on right now, and we're just trying to do. I don't know. I feel like we're going in so many different directions. We have several group cruises the rest of the year and cruises. We're trying to start to plan events for those now that some of the protocols are kind of coming out. So it's just like everything's now all of a sudden bombarding us. So it's getting crazy. But we're gonna get something going for Vegas, even if it's just a weekend. But we're gonna try to get something going soon. Okay.
Wow.
Let me see what else. That you already read that one.
What? Amy Campart said, wish I was getting on one of those cruise ships soon. I have my vacation time already planned. Tessa Lamont said, I might have. Tessa talking a little bit about spa interiors and upgrading. Mary Jane said, well put, Jamie. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm not sure what was well put, but I appreciate it.
Prima cruise will be awesome. Yeah. Prima, that ship looks amazing.
Scott Weber said, did the heat wave break in Phoenix? No, it's still in the 110s every day.
I literally, over the weekend, I went out one day, kind of midday. I had to go to the store, and I literally thought it was 120 degrees. I mean, it really felt like it. It was hot.
Blaine says, I'm just blessed that you show up. Thanks so much. Blaine, listen, let me tell you something.
Blaine.
Blaine's like, listen, dude, I'm going to be keeping an eye on you because there's still a cruise that's to be had. If you remember, we had our 20,000 subscriber giveaway pre-pandemic, and Blaine was the big winner. and he won a free cruise, and he still hasn't gotten the free cruise. So he's not going anywhere. He's a smart man. He's a very smart man.
He's booked again, and
He's gonna keep a tight leash.
You know what? That one's got to go, Blaine. It's got to go. I mean, it's in 2022. It's gonna go for sure.
That's right. That is right. Traveling On is out there. Love to see Traveling On here. Thank you so much. They were on Adventure of the Seas last week too. Jeffrey Resendez is here. What's going on, Jeffrey? Jeffrey, congratulations, dude, on having your picture put up on the local news there. Fantastic photos of your sunsets, dude.
Yeah,
Thanks for sharing that stuff
awesome,
on the cruise crew.
Jeffrey.
We appreciate that. And if you're not in the cruise crew, Sharon, tell them how to get in the cruise crew.
Well, it's on Facebook.
Okay.
And it's the Sharon and Sea Cruise Crew. So just join our group. And if you're not on Facebook, join Facebook and
then join the group.
Yeah.
Okay. Well put, Sharon. Outstanding. Outstanding. People are jumping out of their chairs.
Just search for the Sharon and Sea Cruise Crew on Facebook.
Carla McClendon, good luck. Carla has a rehire interview for the cruise terminal next Tuesday. I hope you have a great time and that you do fantastic. I'm sure you'll be in there.
That's exciting.
You'll be in there. And hopefully we can see her there and she'll sneak us to the front of the line. Does Sharon want Jamie muted sometimes? Pia, I'm sure she does. Who doesn't? Yes. Who doesn't want me muted sometimes? Sometimes they're just like, can the big chubby guy shut the heck up for 2 seconds? Please, there's comments on YouTube about it. They're all over the place. What was the last one that we had?
We get both, though. It's funny because we'll get comments of people saying that you talk too much.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll get opposite comments saying that I'm rude and I'm talking over Jamie. And so we get both. It's kind of crazy. We're like, well, which one is it? You know?
Listen, the most recent comment, I think it read something like this. I'm sorry, Sharon, but your husband is an ass. And then it went on to give detail. So, I mean, those things are going to happen. You just got to get used to it. Yeah, you have to have thick skin if you're going to be in the scene.
I get all kinds of comments. You take the good ones and you respond, and you just have to take those and let them, slide by. And
listen, I got to get a special toast to our friend Deb Crotzer, DC810's in the chat tonight.
Hi, Deb.
Deb, yeah, go ahead, hit me. That deserves a toast right there. Deb, hey, listen, we're just thinking of you and keep kicking ass.
Yeah.
And everything's going to be good. Deb, we love you. Thank you for being here. Say hi to Terry for us, too. Daniel Field says the Arizona meetup was great. Thank you so much.
Oh, Deb asked if they're pretty much done canceling cruises. We hope so. I mean, they've had to cancel a few recently, partially because they're just starting slowly getting back out there. And then also some of them they had to reposition and do different things with, which caused some cancellations. So, but I think, for the most part, I think they're pretty close to done, with our fingers crossed that nothing happens.
Yeah, you were right about that. There better not be. Although, Sharon, we do have a funny story.
Gosh, we do. Get this, our Vista cruise that we were booked on, paid in full, everything. Last week, it was last week, the end of last week, like Thursday or Friday or something. Yeah. It got canceled. Carnival accidentally canceled our cruise.
Yes, and we're not even making that up, guys. I swear on anything that is holy.
And I don't know who was looking out for us, because for whatever reason, so we have the stockholders benefit for Carnival. So Jamie one day decided, I'm going to call and check on it because it wasn't put on our booking yet. So he went to just out of nowhere, just decided to call on it one day. He went to call on it and they couldn't find our cruise, that it was canceled. And it was funny because the night before we were actually online looking at things under the excursions and other things, just some things, dining and stuff on there. So we were on there and it was still intact then. So sometime in the middle of the night that night, it got canceled, and he just happened to call. I mean, I don't know. It was so weird that you just happened to call. Anyways, and so they were able to reinstate it all right away, and everything's good. Nothing's changed. Then I had to quickly call and make sure our drink package was still intact.
You're dang right.
Because it got canceled too.
You're dang right.
But luckily, somehow it was canceled and got put back on within an hour or something. It was weird.
We had literally already checked in for the cruise. I mean, we had cruise documents.
We had our boarding passes printed out. Yes. Everything.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a Carnival mistake, and we found out later, they thought, well, they didn't really know why it happened, but they thought because the day that it canceled was the day that they had planned to cancel all the sailings where exemptions didn't go through, like the exemptions for kids that got denied. They were going to cancel them. Well, we had already, we did fill out an exemption for Matthew, but obviously he wasn't under 12.
Exemption request, yeah.
But you can fill one out anyways for other circumstances and things. So we went ahead and filled one out for him. But we were a little late to the game too. But also he got denied because of his age. But long story short, after that, we went in and we took him off the booking, and everything was paid in full, everything. And then they still, because I guess we had filled out an exemption at one time, we were in that list or something, they canceled it. So, and then we heard later too that happened to some other people.
There were a handful of people that when their exemption came back when the final denial and the final last day for exemptions came through, a number of cruises just accidentally canceled out.
Yeah.
It was the craziest thing. I'm
I'm
freaking out because I'm at work and the lady's like, okay, yeah, what's your booking number? And I'm like, hold on, let me look on my phone. I pull up the Hub app because I was just on there the day before, and it doesn't say the cruise. I'm like, this is weird. Hold on, let me go on the computer. So I'm on carnival.com. I'm looking it up. The cruise is gone. And I'm like, hey, this is really weird. The cruise is gone, but here's who I am, and here's my info, and here's my BIFP number. And she's like, yeah, that's weird. And she goes, yeah, because it looks like the cruise was canceled. And I'm like, what do you mean? The Vista cruise was canceled? What the hell? And she goes, no, your cruise was canceled. I'm like, my cruise was canceled. And she starts working on it. And she said she's supposed to send it to someone else, but she could tell that it was, she wanted to deal with it right away. It had literally just happened in the last, 8 or 10 hours. And so she fixed it. And I'm on the phone texting Sharon, like, you're not going to believe it.
And in the
cruise was canceled. And we're talking to a lady right now.
Well, in the meantime, she emailed me right away, and I had the email pop up, and it's just like, we're like, oh my gosh. Anyways.
It was crazy.
But if you hadn't happened to call that day, though, to check on the stockholder benefit, we'd be SOL. Until we happened to log in again, we wouldn't have known, because we had already printed out our boarding passes, did our online check-in and all that. So
yes, we were talking excursions. We're worried about what we're gonna wear, what we're gonna pack, and all that kind of stuff. We were way beyond anything else. So that is crazy.
So that was kind of a crazy scare.
Timothy Walters wants you to know Aaron Rodgers will be back. He just renewed his membership at the golf club here in Wisconsin.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Come on, Timothy, how much? What does he have? He's got pocket change in his wallet to drop a couple grand on his golf club membership. That's just so his buddies can still play.
Yeah. But what I was going to say is anyone that on any of the August sailings, if they filled out an exemption for their kids, when that final date comes to for the exemptions where they say you have to, they're going to cancel you, or you have to cancel by that certain date, make sure you go in the next day and check your bookings, because, the same thing can happen again. It was some kind of glitch in the system, I guess, that just did that.
Yes, it was crazy. And we are lucky, and that didn't happen. I don't know. I mean, could you imagine the rage? We were pissed off when Adventure of the Seas just changed their protocols.
I was like, we better have our room. They better not have given our room away.
Muskie Cruz is here. What's up? Vicky McCollum's here. Sandy Rackley. Hello. Albert Escalante is here. Joe and Tex, is anyone doing the Edge 1st of October? There might be a few people doing that. I would love to do the Edge. Melinda Kaplan's here, says, we've never cruised before, too expensive from Canada. Well, Melinda, come on down to the U.S. as soon as those borders open up and get yourself on a cruise. What is the itinerary for the Vista? Joe Oliveira said.
It is Belize, Mahogany Bay, and Cozumel.
Rich P wants to know, do you get your hair done before every live show because you're always so beautiful? Oh, Rich P.
Talking to you?
He's going to be talking to me. Come on, Rich.
No, I actually, this is my hair. So
this is my hair, and there you have it. Wow, okay, Sharon. Thanks for throwing that out there.
But thank you, Rich. Thank you.
Bob Hader says, can't wait to meet you guys October 24. We can't wait to meet you, Bob. It's going to be amazing. Danielle Kersey. So the next cruise we're talking about is the 3rd, July 3rd. We're going to be heading down. We are flying into Galveston the day before. We probably talked about this last week, so I don't want to bore you with it. But if you're new to the channel, you haven't heard, we're flying into Galveston the day before. We are super excited to say that we're staying where?
At the Harbor House.
We got a room at the Harbor House. The fact that in the morning we can literally walk right to the port. It's less than 100-yard walk from the hotel to the port. We're making some dinner plans. I think we're gonna go for I don't know. There's like 2 or 3 seafood style restaurants there. And some of you already know this as well. And I'm not going to dwell on it because Sharon is not happy about it. But we are going as a twosome on this cruise.
Oh,
Just the two of us.
It'll be nice, but yeah, I'll miss Matthew. So true.
You saying I'll miss Matthew the way you just did is the understatement of a lifetime.
Well, I'll miss him because too I know how much he enjoys cruising, and he enjoys cruising as much as us. It's his summer vacation time, and so I feel bad leaving him behind. But
yes,
we had booked it, and he told us, you should go. So they're like, you know what? It's the first Carnival cruise back out there, so we're gonna go.
There you go. Tessa Almond said, surely you didn't choose that cruise for the ship. Not the best, but to get out there July 3rd, if I could, I would.
That's
Tess,
right, Tess.
Listen,
to be honest, that's
we wanted to give Vista another chance, and we're going to give it a lot of chances because we have about 2 or 3 more Vista cruises booked in the next couple of years for certain things. Aren't we going to be on the Vista for the celebration?
Yeah, but that's the only time.
Okay, are you sure? I thought there was another time.
No.
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
I think you're wrong. I don't think you know what you're talking about,
okay,
Sharon.
Jamie, I don't think you could even list the cruises.
So like I said, Tess, we're looking forward to giving that ship one more chance, and we have one more cruise booked on the Vista here, so we're gonna give it a few chances. But it wasn't our best cruise the first time we went, but we're gonna check it out again and see if we can have a good time. I am looking forward to the Red Frog Pub.
I don't know what it is about the Vista and the Horizon. I mean, they're both basically
the same
ship, but.
Yes.
We enjoyed the Horizon much more than the Vista
from
our past Vista cruise, anyways. So we're kind of anxious to.
Well, the Horizon had the teppanyaki was on there. The guy's brew house was on there instead of the Red Frog Pub. But now I'm dying to get back to the Red Frog.
But I like the Red Frog Pub better myself. I love the Red Frog Pub.
But we had fun drinking bourbon that one night, didn't we? At the other place. Oh, you weren't drinking.
Well,
bourbon.
I don't drink bourbon, but I'm not a big. I don't know. I mean, the brew house is nice, but I like the pub better.
Our Suitcase Life Travel said, did you have to report your vaccine to Carnival, or what's the process? Not yet.
Not yet.
30th is when we have to do our health questionnaire info, and then we have to show proof when we get to the port. And I'm not sure what will happen between the 30th and getting to the port, but that's it. We don't have to do any other testing or anything like that. We just have to verify that. And as long as we are vaccinated, which almost virtually everyone on the cruise will be, then when we get to ports, we can get off the ship in whatever manner they're running with locally. So if it's masks on in the port, then we'll be wearing masks. And hopefully, we have plans for. We talked to our buddy Johan from Real Deal Roatan Tours, and we're hooking up with him when we go back to Roatan, Honduras. Mm-hmm. And in Belize, we're looking at a few different things. Usually Belize is the port where I might choose to stay on the ship, but not this time. I want to get off and have a damn good time.
We're going to get off. It's not our favorite port, though, but we're going to get off and do something, try to find something fun to do. And then in Cozumel, we love Cozumel, we're going to go to Nachi Cacom this time.
Yes, we do have a reservation for Nachi, so we're super excited.
We went back and forth whether to go to Paradise Beach or Nachi Cacom. And if Matthew was with us, we would probably go to Paradise Beach. But since it's just the two of us, we're going to go check out Nachi Cacom.
Yes. Timothy Walters, listen, I'm going to be flat out honest with you. For October, the cabin count has dropped a lot over the last few months. Many people have made a few decisions to hold off and see what's going to happen, and that's their own choice. But still, buttload of people are going to go. There will be a few hundred people on that cruise remaining still.
Yeah, there's different issues. With Norwegian is very strict. You have to be vaccinated, until the end of October. So there's just some protocols that.
That's right. And Sharon, is there still room on the cruise, by the way? October 24, 2021, Sharon and Jamie Travel, The Ship Show, John, York, their lovely wives. We're going to be there. It's going to be out of control. So if you want to party on a cruise ship, that is going to be the one to go on the Norwegian Breakaway out of New York City, baby. It's going to be a party. Let's see. Pam S. said, we need to keep our hubbies in check. Well, Pam, you're right about that. And it's hard to do. Liz Breen is in the house. What is up, Liz Breen? Lovely to have you here. The mother hen from over there at the Ship Show is in the house. Nice to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Timothy Walter says, like when he got your favorite cruise ship wrong, as far as when to get mad.
Yeah.
That could be one time. Thanks for bringing that up, Timothy. I appreciate that. Thanks for, I can always count on you to have my back. Unbelievable.
Oh.
Incognito, better late than never, tied up with the Bachelorette.
Oh.
What is going on? I think that's D Incognito. Is that you, D Incognito? Let me just tell me if I got the right person there.
Yeah, we're up against that Bachelorette.
That is a tough. You know what? If it's not if it's not Monday Night Football, it's a dang Bachelorette. Shane, what's going on? Shane Dorgan, second week catching live, loving Monday evenings now. Shane, thanks, dude. Very cool of you. We appreciate that. Meg W's here. What's up? Ruth Todd is here.
Hi,
Ruth,
Ruth.
Steve, how are you guys doing? Speaking of good times on a cruise ship, what a great time it was meeting them and hanging out a little bit on the panorama. TX Papito said I would have picked up some of those Nautica bags for $5. Oh, I was talking to Rob with Life from Favor. What's up, TX? Nice to see you, buddy. Let me jump ahead in the chat and try to get caught up a little bit here. Let's see. Beats in Texas said Mitchum made Vista. Not a big fan of Schwartz. Not sure who's there now. Kendall Fire is on there right now. We haven't cruised with her. I mean, I don't think we've cruised with her, but others have and said she is a ton of fun. So we're going to find out. We're going to get right in her grill, and we're going to say, tell me what makes you a great cruise director. Okay, because we've had some good cruise directors, and we need to know why. I mean, between Mike Pack and Cookie, and those two are like a 1 and a 1A. I mean, the two of them are amazing.
They're different, but
they're so different, but they are so awesome as cruise directors.
They are number 1 and 2 probably favorite cruise directors.
Yes, although we didn't hang out with Mike Pack at the Alchemy Bar like we did with Cookie. So, Mike Pack, if you're watching, or if you get word of this live stream, let me make a note. On the Mardi Gras, you're going to need to search us out and spend some quality time with us at the Alchemy Bar. Pasta Bella for lunch on the Vista, said Rob from Life of Favor. Rob, can we join you for lunch?
It's
Do you
funny.
think we can get together for lunch on the Vista?
We always go there for lunch, too. Usually on the last sea day, the very last day is when we usually go there. Because I always say that I don't want to have all that pasta at the beginning of the cruise because then I feel like all like bloated and like blah, so I always wait till the end. So,
that's how I feel every day when I wake up.
Then I'm just going home. So I don't care.
Sure, then I just get to deal with it on the ride home. So does everyone else on the plane.
Oh my God, that's not what I'm talking about.
That's not what you're talking about? My bad. Sorry about that. Sorry to embarrass you. Shannon Wilson, what's up? Shannon Wilson said, my wife and I will be on the Vista July 3rd. Are you kidding me? That is fantastic.
Nice.
You need to make sure, guys, if you see us on the Vista, please, we joke around. Chances are we won't be fighting. But just come up and say hey and say, what's up? It's us. I'm this person. We're in the cruise crew. Boom. And let us have a chat to chat with you for a minute and thank you and all that good stuff. I'm ready for whatever protocol they have, said Sig Cruiser. You're right. We're open to that, too. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. Yeah.
We are wide open. Crazy Cat Traveler said, just glancing at that cruise, why is a regular interior double the price, $1,000 more than a guarantee?
That cruise.
Are you talking about Bermuda? You talking about the New York cruise?
I thought she was talking about the Vista. The Vista? Or?
I don't know. Either one of them. What would there be?
I thought she was talking about the Vista. I know the Vista, that first cruise on the Vista is very expensive. The cruises out of Galveston tend to be a little pricier than like out of Florida anyways. They just are. But the Vista has always kind of been higher priced just all the time. But that one especially, I guess being the first cruise out, it's I think extremely pricey.
All right, let's see. Do you have to be vaccinated? That's a weird thing. Do you have to be? No. But if you want to cruise and have a chance to be in the 95% of people on that cruise, then being vaccinated right now will be good. Now, I'll tell you what, I feel like in a few short months,
some of that's going to fade away.
Yeah, it's going to relax. And I know there's a lot going on. I mean, Royal right now is just starting out with a 2-day test cruise on Freedom of the Seas. They left out of Florida, and they're doing that because they want the blessing from the CDC to do non-vaccinated cruising. And I think that their plan is that they're going to split people up in different areas of the ship.
Yeah,
now, I'm not sure.
Unvaccinated.
I heard a very well-respected vlogger earlier today by the name of Lobster T say that he thinks that people will have an equal amount of fun in each area. The vaccinated people have a cool place to be and the unvaccinated. But I think there's still going to be an issue. There's still going to be someone who wants to be over there and who wants to be doing what they're doing, or that's my favorite pool, or that's my favorite bar, or that's my favorite lounge, and
Well,
people
there's
get
always, there's always someone that's not going to like it or complain or something. That's just how it is in the world.
Always.
There's always going to be
And you're that
someone
person.
unhappy.
someone will be miserable, but we'll see what happens. I mean, right now the no sale order is scheduled, I think, to end on the 18th. The CDC has to put new rules out by the 2nd if they want to extend it or do anything different with it. And I'm not sure how I don't know all the details. I'm not going to pretend to with Carnival's plans because they are still looking for people to be vaccinated. Royal is highly requesting and recommending it, but it's not necessary. Carnival's doing it a little bit different. I heard something to the fact that some of that has, and don't take this for gospel, but it's just something I read somewhere. Some of it is how the information is collected and where the information goes when it's collected, whether it's going in the state or out of the state. There's some loopholes, there's some ways around it. So we'll see what all plays out here in the coming weeks. But Texas is on. Other cruises are happening. Celebrity's going out on the 26th to get the party started out of the U.S.
Yeah.
We're excited to be on the first Carnival cruise because we know it's going to be fun and a blast. And I don't even know what the percentage is, and I'm not even sure at this point what the percentage full or what the percentage occupancy will be on that cruise. But I think it's going to be more than a third, more than a half.
I think it'll be more than 50. Originally, they said 50%. I know they've opened it back up for bookings. I think because a lot of people did cancel that couldn't bring their kids with them. They've had a lot of cancellations. But so I don't know. We'll see. But I think now that the cruise ships that are going vaccinated will have a higher occupancy than the ones that are unvaccinated, I think.
Yeah, Pia Brocker said, I heard good things about Nachi whatever. Nachi cool. Question, what do you guys think is the chance that they will lift the vaccine requirement on NCL by October?
They're pretty strict with that right now. So, I
mean, NCL came out,
but
they came out and said through October 30th, they're mandating the vaccine. And they are the last ones to the show a little bit. They're going to start having some cruises come out, from what we understand, knock on wood, in August. And is there a chance, Ruth? I don't know. There is. They could say, you know what, we're going to back off of that because everyone's backed off. And if New York is cool with it and the CDC is cool, then they could just say, you know what, we're going to open it up. No big deal.
They came out as one of the first people to say they were going to require it.
Yeah.
And but they get kids on the ships, but they don't get as many kids as Carnival and Royal Caribbean. So I think for them, maybe it's like we can get back out there, start making money, and that wasn't a big factor with the kids at that. Whereas Carnival, Royal Caribbean, there's so many kids, especially on these summer sailings.
For sure. The Kex will be there. The Keck team sells Florida. The Kex will be there. What's going on there, guys? So you're saying you're going to be on the Vista, right? Is that what we're talking about? That'll be fantastic. Someone else said Rendezvous Cay is great for Belize.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Belize. It has a wonderful zoo, all native animals. That's cool. Michael Peralta said, have you ever sailed on the Magic and did you like it?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Yes.
We've been on it 4 times.
Yes.
And that's next. It's the same class as the Breeze, which is my favorite ship, and it's probably my next favorite ship.
Yes.
After the Breeze.
We've always had great experience on the Magic.
Besides, I like the Horizon, but I don't know. I like that class of ships, the Breeze.
You do like that. The
Not
Breeze, the Magic,
for
that
the
whole
layout.
lineup.
I just like that layout of the ship. So,
Crazy Cat Travis said, I just joined Facebook. How do I find the group for the group cruise? Listen, send me a message, a Facebook message, and I'll send you the link to the group, okay? And we'll see you. I know I just let you in. It was so funny when you joined too. Crazy Cat, literally, so here's a funny story. Unrelated to anything we're talking about. When you have these Facebook groups, you get a lot of people that want to join because they're into cruising, they heard about it, or they see us here on the live show or whatever. You also get a lot of weird stuff. A lot of weird stuff comes through. I will get like people from other countries that just joined Facebook like 12 hours ago. And they're already in 1,400 groups and they're trying to join our group. And I'm like, yeah, I have a feeling you don't have the best of intentions coming here to join the group. Maybe you're spamming. I don't know. Maybe you want to put some Ray-Bans up for sale for $10 a piece. But I'm going to have to say no. And usually it's really simple. If somebody's only joined Facebook within the last 30 days, chances are their intentions are not good. Yeah. And then I came across Crazy Cat Traveler. And it was her other name. And I picked up on it quickly. And she had joined Facebook like 3 days earlier or something. And my first reaction is, okay, here's another fake. And I'm like, oh, wait. Oh, no, I know her. She's cool. And we let her right in. So that was kind of a fun idea. Thank you, Crazy Cat Traveler. We're excited. Send a Facebook message and we'll chat a little bit. Let's see. Clay Wood said, I think it's nice you'll be visiting our city. Which city is that, Clay?
Oh, yeah. Which city, Clay?
Is it Galveston? Is that what we're talking about? Is there a vaccine requirement for Bermuda itself? Ruth, at this time, there's not. The last I checked was a few weeks ago, and I think you did have to fill out some stuff about your health and things of that nature.
I haven't checked lately.
But I think I don't think there's a vaccine requirement, but there was a testing requirement to travel directly to Bermuda. But that can change quickly.
Yeah, and I haven't checked lately because our Bermuda group cruise, I know everyone has to be vaccinated to get on the ship. So Bermuda itself, it wasn't a current concern because I'm like, everyone has to be vaccinated anyway.
Oh, the Keck team cell, it says October they'll be on that one. Okay, fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Tess said Rendezvous Bouquet is great. How long is it taking for passports now? Said Amy Franzak. Amy, we've got ours like that.
Yeah, I've heard different things. I've heard some people taking 6, 8, 10 weeks with not expediting. We got ours. When did we get ours? Back in April, I think we sent in, or something like that. We sent in Matthew's. Matthew had to get a new passport, and we got it back. We did not expedite it, and we had it. I want to say like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks. I think almost. Yeah, we got it.
Like, I was shocked because you were worried it wouldn't be here in 8 weeks, and it was here in less than 4 weeks.
Because at the time we were thinking about going to Mexico again, and so we were hoping that it would get here in time, and we were just kind of, all our plans were up in the air.
Yes.
So, but it came really quickly.
Eric Anderson said, "Are you leaving the room on the Vista?" Yeah, dude, we're totally leaving the room on the Vista. We barely will be in the room on the Vista, although it'll be the first time ever that we're with Mount Matthew, so there may be some time that we're in the room together, huh?
Oh my gosh!
You want to get together with Jimmy D on the cruise? Huh? Hello, my name is Jimmy.
Oh my goodness!
Could be a little Jimmy time on that hashtag Jimmy time coming out on the cruise. Tamika Robinson said 447 viewers and only 12 thumbs up.
Oh my
Tamika,
gosh.
I hope that you need to refresh your page and that number's a little old.
Oh my gosh!
But if we could get the same amount of thumbs up as viewers, that would kind of be a cool thing, wouldn't it? So if you haven't done it yet and you're digging things, hit the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Join us on the Sharon and Jamie Cruise Crew. And by all means, guys, as a friendly reminder, Sharon right here, Sharon from Sharon and Jamie Travel, also known as North America's travel agent. There are a lot of very good travel agents out there, and I'm not going to take anything away from anyone else, but I'm here to tell you that if you want somebody who will be there when you call, who will respond incredibly quickly through email, through call, through cell phone, whatever the case is, 7 days a week, she will respond to you on cruises. As a matter of fact, she just
maybe not as quickly, but
she just made every time you go on a cruise, sometimes you get some new toys and some new trinkets to bring with you and stuff like that. And we're no different than any of the other channels.
We always bring our laptop with us on the cruise. So if anything,
the laptop that we bring with us is about 5 years old.
Well, so so that way I'm able to do anything I need to do, work related or anything like that. But we just actually purchased a new laptop of I guess sort of like more of a high end one. Anyways,
it's a little bit better.
So it will. So I can work a lot, probably be working a lot more when we do sail. We do have a lot of cruises coming up the rest of the year. So I can work. And also this one will be really good at editing. So not only can I work, but at other times Jamie can edit videos too while we're actually sailing and put more things out quicker to you guys and things like that.
That's correct.
So that's the plan. We'll see.
Life Adventure with Pam and Rich said, "Love the Breeze, our favorite Carnival ship." There you go. Excellent choice. Dewey Ski is here. What's up, Dewey? Great to see you. Gina Tucker is in the house. Said the Breeze is my family ship as well. Gina, lovely to see you. Cat F, I just can't wait to see what cruising is going to look like. Tess Almond. Tess, come on, Tess. Goff's K sucks compared to Rendezvous K. Oh, Tess, none of these places suck. They're all awesome. Okay, one maybe have been a little better at another time or something like that. But come on, K. That sucks. I said, come on, K. Come on, Tess. With the Goff's K, for crying out loud. For crying out loud. Let's see. What else? Just Dewey it. That's right. Dewey Ski from Just Dewey it's here. Hashtag a lot of weird stuff. Hold on. Get some messages are coming in. Oh, I've got some hot messages coming in.
Sure.
Let's see. Is that maybe that's oh. Let's see. Oh, okay. I gotta look for that. Nancy, thank you so much. Thank you. She said that we might have missed something here, and I don't want to miss it. Let me just back up a little bit. There we go. Party on the Sea. Thank you so much for the thumbs up super sticker. I don't know how. Sometimes you miss these things when they first come up.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for the support of the channel. We love that, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Rhonda Carney wants to know, does the Vista have the same elevator system as the Horizon?
No, it does not.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive.
Are you positive?
Well, unless they installed it during the pandemic.
I was thinking that they did. No,
that was one new thing that the Horizon did have that the Vista didn't have, was the whole way with the elevators that it you have to push how many people are getting on.
Yeah, you have to know the rules and pay attention when you're doing
like when you push the elevator on the Horizon, to go up or down or whatever, you have to, depending on how many people are in your party, you have to push it that many times. Then it opens up, it allows for that many people to get on. So this is the problem. When they open up, sometimes more people just come in, or people will just push it once and not knowing, and then all these people cram in, and then it stops on another floor because thinking it's going to allow so many people in, and then the doors open up and there's no room.
Yeah.
And because everyone doesn't know how to use it, and I don't know, the first time we were on it, there was some instructions up there somewhere by the elevators.
Yeah.
But the next time we went on it,
they don't do a good
So-
job of telling you how to use it,
So-
because it makes sense when you find out how to do it.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't always play out that way.
Yeah. So that's the difference there.
Mel Stowe, thank you so much for the super chat. Just saying hi,
thanks,
excited for the
Mel.
October Group Cruise and finally getting to meet y'all and Nurse Nancy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Catch Addict Mel Stowe. That is fantastic. Thank you for the support of the channel. We love you for that. There was a great question earlier that I'm just seeing now from someone who hasn't cruised yet. What does the cruise director do? What does a cruise director do? Sharon, what do you think? What's your great answer there?
Well, they're kind of in charge of entertaining you, but they're also like kind of like, I guess, a host of shows. They come out before some of the shows and talk for a few minutes, kind of introduce the shows. Sometimes they come back on after, to say goodbye type things to close it out. They do different trivia games, like they'll host trivia games. They do at some of the themed parties and things like that. They will be put on a show or be out there dancing, and kind of they're basically like the host of things. Is I guess a way to put it. I mean, there's other things they do around the ship as well, but that's
they're the MC for all the activity. Yeah. But I will tell you this, that I don't think anyone can argue the fact that Carnival Cruise Line is known to have the most interactive and engaging cruise directors, because they are part of the fun. They not only do they host the event, but they are the event. They sing, they dance, they put on shows, they dance and sing on the bars. They do a lot of fun stuff, so like they really take it to the next level.
On Carnival, if you're out and about a lot and go to shows and some of the events and things around the ship, most likely when you get off the ship, you're going to know the name of the cruise director, or just at least know who the cruise director was, that was the cruise director there. Whereas there are other cruise lines you can go on sometimes, and you may get off the ship and you're like, oh, was there even a cruise director? I don't know.
Other cruise lines, they're a little more formal. Yeah. They are the host of events and things, but just not in the grand scale that the way that their role is on Carnival, I think is the best way to say it. Teague Neal, thank you so much for the super chat. Can I send some Canadian and Commonwealth love? Here it is. Drink ice wine, eat poutine, and tell Jamie his hair is unbelievably amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you. What, this little thing? I spent a little time doing my hair today.
You just cut it.
I cut it the other day, a couple days ago. I did. It was getting a little wild. I was starting to look like a senior citizen skater, dude. It was getting a little spiky. Tess Alman, just because you do what you do and we love it. Tess, look at that. See that? I'm scolding Tess in the chat, and then she gives a super chat. Oh, Tess, we love you. We can't wait to see you soon. Cruising again. Yeah. We had the pleasure of meeting her in Vegas, only for a short period of time, though. Yeah. It wasn't enough. I wanted to have some more cocktails with her. Tess, you are amazing. Thank you for being such a big supporter of the channel and being so engaging. Let's see. What else do we have? Hold on. Lindy Lou said, Kevin, is that Ken Brubaker? Is he getting in trouble out there in the chat? Pia Broderick met John Bon Jovi this weekend.
Oh.
Did you really? Where were you?
Wow.
Prove it.
Where was that,
Prove
PR?
it. Put a picture in the cruise crew. I need to see it. Adventure was 35% full. Teague, you're right. And it's even less. The first week, it was...
It's like 10,000 and like 60 something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this week, Leanne said there's even less people on the ship this week.
I think it's like at 1,000, I don't know, like around 20.
If this doesn't tell you what...
Like that. A little bit less.
Yes. There was a picture today that Larry Thomas posted that I saw online. And it was a picture of him and Elaine. And they were on the top deck on a beautiful sea day. And they took a picture and you could see 50 deck chairs behind him on this upper
one
deck.
on the chairs.
There wasn't a damn soul on any of them.
No chair hogs. No chair hogs.
Like everyone's saying, I don't know, I think it's like a tricky deal. There's nobody on the ship. So in one way, it's amazing. Mm-hmm. But even Leanne was telling us earlier that she can barely get a spot in a restaurant. And I don't know whether it's because they're seating less or but because they have some dining package they're looking to get into and they really had to schmooze to even get a table because all the dining rooms are full. Like everyone that's going on these cruises are big time cruisers and they're all signing up for the specialty restaurants and all that stuff.
Well, I know they're doing some social distancing on there, so that might be why.
Maybe that's why. We'll see. We will see. TMLF 959. I don't think Sharon knows, and I don't think I know the specifics on the AstraZeneca vaccine. I had the AstraZeneca vaccine. I'm not allowed in some U.S. venues. I haven't heard of any differential between any vaccine as to what you can and can't do.
U.S. venues. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought the AstraZeneca was okay, and I don't know which U.S. venues, like on the cruise ship or just places in the U.S.
I don't know. I'm not sure what you're referencing, but I don't know of anything like that. Our Suitcase Life Travel asked earlier, are there really long lines for dinner and shows on the bigger ships? No, there's really not, because every once in a while, I mean, if you go to the buffet area, or if you're in line on the Lido deck for a burger at Guy's, or you're someplace where it's the height of lunchtime or something, then there's going to be a little more of a line because there are more people. But there's a lot more things to do and a lot more places to be as well. So people are more dispersed. So I don't recall any really long lines. I mean, if it'll, every night we're able to go by the Alchemy Bar and virtually every night get a seat somewhere on there and stuff like that. And that's one of the places that's toughest to grab a seat at. So
and sometimes you do have to wait a little bit if you have the My Time Dining. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they'll give you a little thing to hold and they'll call you when your table's ready, like at the restaurant. But
again, that's if you go right at the hot time. Yeah. If you go right as the dining room opens for My Time Dining, it's going to take a few minutes.
Or you wait. If you don't go right when they open, then you wait about an hour and 15 minutes or so, hour something like that, to an hour and a half after, and then you go back, and then that way it's almost like they kind of go in waves, So most of those people that came right in, that they filled up right when the dining room opened, they're getting ready to leave now after about an hour and 15 minutes to an hour and a half, and so then you can usually get right in. So you just have to kind of time yourself.
That's right.
On that.
Jim Benbrook said he had to do a blood check and a blood test and a credit check to get into the cruise crew. Jim, I don't think that's true, especially since you're a neighbor right down the road.
We do it right on the spot here.
Yeah, we do. We do. Let's see. Testing was required for our friends Viking Orion cruise, and they are on right now at the Life Adventures. Mm-hmm. Yes, there are still places that are going to test, and I know that if you're going on a Royal cruise and you're not vaccinated, they're probably going to test you. And I don't know if they still might test vaccinated folks too. They did getting on Adventure of the Seas.
I think the first week. I don't think they did that.
What? Getting on Adventure?
If you were vaccinated. If you weren't vaccinated, they did.
Do you know if, I don't know if did Leanne get tested when they went on?
No, because they're vaccinated. I don't think they did. I don't think they did. And then I know Royal has a thing too where coming up, if you are not vaccinated and you're under the age to be vaccinated, under 12, then they will pay for the test to get on board. But if you're not, if you are just choosing to not be vaccinated, then, or you don't want to show your vaccine, I guess, then that you have to pay for the test getting on the ship. And I think I read it was like $136 for the testing to get before you cruise, and the one to get off to come back in the U.S. for the Bahamas cruises.
Earlier,
Like,
Steve Morales was alarmed that Crazy Cat Traveler is not Crazy Cat Traveler's real name. Yes, that's not her given name. I can test. That's a testimony right there. Testimony. Woo! 4:35 in the house, said Knock and Nancy. That is fantastic. Very, very exciting. Thank you guys for being here tonight and hanging out with us. We really, really appreciate it. See, we passed the hour mark, so it's dipping down a little bit. People are up. People are noticing Jimmy's coming out. Daniel Field said for me to make sure to get the beds pushed together. I don't know. I like having my own. We went into when we got on the imagination.
Oh, you know, that's funny though.
The imagination.
It's funny. Okay, so speaking of that, our hotel at the Harbor House, we actually have 2 beds because when we booked it, Matthew was going with us. So
Gosh, yeah.
So we booked a room with the 2 queens, and then we went back to see if we could change it, and it was sold out, so we couldn't change it. So I'm like, whatever. Oh well, whatever.
So I'm telling you right now, I have no problem. I am going to be
sleep in one
kicked
bed.
back in my own bed, a clean bed. I'm going to be like, oh yeah, sprawled out on that thing.
Oh my God.
I'm going to have the AC on. I'm going to be in my underoos. I'm going to have my Aquaman underoos on with no blankets over me, maybe a light sheet. I'm going to be loving it. Ruth, what's up? Ruth Came said, how do you think they'll prioritize the 5% unvaccinated? From what I saw so far in the Facebook group that we're in, the Vista Third generic normal online Facebook group, it's got 500 people.
Well, it's the kids under 12.
Kids under 12 were the priority.
But it's whoever submits the exemption form first.
Yes.
So and once they put the exemption form out, like literally, if you're not within probably the first 30 minutes of submitting it, you're not going to get it. And then also
maybe
then also to the I was told that they're actually allowing probably less than 5% because they're allowing for different cancellations, because if people cancel, then that the overall count is different, which makes that percentage less. So I was told they were going more like 4% or so, just to allow for that, because when they actually get to sale day, they're very strict that they cannot get over that 5%. Like, they're really adamant about that.
Oh, okay.
So
TMLF is saying that Saturday Night Live is not letting AstraZeneca vaccinated people in because it's not FDA approved vaccine. Well, yeah, but TMLF, none of them are FDA approved.
None of them
They're
are
all
completely
emergency approved.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that would be about. I'd be calling somebody if you're trying to get in to see Saturday Night Live. Although I might also say that, listen, if you're going to New York and you're trying to go to Saturday Night Live, there may be some other entertainment options out there. The shows have gotten a little weak. They're not like the good old days anymore. We were in the Pfizer trial. I had my first vaccine August 24. Hubby Robert got the placebo. Wow. Pitchford Robert TC. Pitchford Robert C. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. There's a lot of words within there. I need a hashtag in front of that thing. Let's see. Just so y'all know, the cut rates at the Clown Motel in Tonopah, Nevada, great destination. Thank you, Steve. I don't know whether he's serious about that or whether there's a joke somewhere. What do you know about Bimini? Said Eric Hendren.
Bimini is beautiful. Bimini, there's not a lot there. It's always been known for kind of like a place that divers go, and probably snorkeling as well. But it's a big place for diving.
There you go.
The water's beautiful. It's definitely a place for water activities.
There you go. BT Mama saying, yeah, it's $136 for test out of pocket.
Yeah.
That's right. The first round, Adventure of the Seas or Royal's been paying for them.
Yeah.
But on these
anymore.
cruises out of Florida, you're forking up the money for any test.
No, now the ones out of Bahamas, they're not either.
Oh, really?
Only if you're over 12.
Okay.
And not vaccinated. They are for the ones that are the kids that cannot get it. They are, but not the others.
Beast in Texas said, we read this question. I've got my olive. I'm enjoying that.
Oh, where are you at?
Right here.
Will your cruise be considered an international trip and airline required COVID test to fly home? No. Cruise ships, they go out and come back to a U.S. port. As long as they're coming back to a U.S. port, then no, we don't have to test to come home. It's technically like you're in the U.S.
Yes. Ricardo, yeah, we know that everyone was tested before the first sailing, but what we're asking is the second sailing. I don't know if I remember Leanne saying that they were tested again.
I don't know if it's changed yet, but I heard that when they're doing the back-to-back, they did not have to test again, but I could be wrong and they could have changed it. So, I saw something up there.
What do you want to see?
I don't know. I don't know yet. I just saw something.
CIBD said one bed will be for partying and the other bed will be for sleeping.
Oh my gosh.
Nailed it. You nailed it. You know who else is on the cruise right now with Leanne? She put a picture up earlier. You know who's on that cruise?
Sherry from Cruise Tips TV.
If our cruise would have never got changed, you know who we'd be partying with right now this week? All the folks from Cruise Tips TV.
Yeah.
Could you believe that?
Yeah.
Do you know how excited Sherry would have been if she would have found out that I was on that cruise too?
Oh my gosh.
Ever since that, we have been like
beside herself.
We have been like this ever since that time she let me have some of her margarita on the panorama.
Oh my goodness.
Friends for life. Sherry, if you're watching, I'm sure you're on the ship doing something better than watching us right now. But if you are, have a great cruise with you and the family. We hope you guys have a blast, and we can't wait to see your content when you come back.
Mel said, I can't see all of it. When can you start booking? Scroll it down a little. I can't read the whole comment.
Yes.
Or up. Or
Where?
down.
Where?
The very top comment. Okay.
Oh.
When can you start booking dining and entertainment on our NCL October cruise? I would say probably maybe in August sometime, unless they're moving that out. I know a lot of the ships are not letting you book certain things until a little closer now, but probably in August sometime if it.
That's right. Yep. Vanessa Leah said they are conditionally approved vaccines, so they are approved for emergency use. Misinformation is a problem. Well, listen, I don't know if where you're directing that, but they are approved, but they're approved for emergency use. But they're not standard FDA approved. They're approved for emergency use by the FDA because they haven't gone through the normal amount of trials and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's where people have their issue because there are so many other things that haven't been approved and haven't worked out, and now they're throwing these ones out there.
I think it has to be out for at least a year to 2 years. So, I don't know. There's a time frame I think they have to be out in before they can approve them to allow time for, I guess, to study of any bad effects or things on them.
Alicia and Joe's Destination said, Sharon, I have another wine with your name on it. Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Oh wow, that is awesome.
That is fantastic.
I can't wait. That wine was good last time.
Well, listen, I will tell you, we have the drink package, so don't bring it on the cruise to give to her because I want you to bring your own wine so you can drink your own wine. But we look forward to seeing you guys, and that'll be great. Yaya said Broadway shows have the same rule. Only vaccines approved for emergency use in the U.S. accepted. That's why. Well, I mean, any vaccine that they're giving right now, I have to assume is approved for emergency use, right? I mean, if they're giving it to people and they're giving it to thousands and millions of people, it's got to be some level of approval, even if it's just emergency use, isn't it? Wouldn't it be?
Yeah. Well,
would it be?
Actually,
I'm not a doctor. I only play one on TV, but I'm just saying.
AstraZeneca, that one isn't really. I don't even know if that's given much in the U.S. So
not a lot of it. I haven't heard of anyone getting it.
No, I haven't either.
Kenneth Oaks, what's up? I've been here the whole time listening and watching in the background. Thank you, Kenneth, for hanging out. We appreciate you. We appreciate that. Dewey Ski's going to Alaska end of July. That'll be lovely. I'm Gail Pitchford, but the computer was open with Robert's name.
Yeah, I talked to Gail today.
Oh, lovely. Sharon got a booking for us today. Oh, well, there you go. Okay, now I get it. It's Pittsford Robert C. Okay, now I got it. Thank you for clearing that up, Gail. I was confused.
I saw the Pittsford, and in the back of my mind, I was thinking if somehow a relation to Gail because of.
You thought there was there's not a lot of Pitchfords out there. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Aspen ATC talking about cruising. Nothing wrong with solo cruising. If friends don't or can't come, then don't wait for them. Amen.
Yeah, solo cruisers can have a great time on a cruise. I mean, there's so many people. You can go to different trivia, different events and things and make friends. It's great for solo travelers.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever the heck you want. You can wake up, you can stay in bed, you can go get food when you want. You can eat whatever you want. If you walk by someplace and you go, I want to eat that food right now. Like for me, if I'm with Sharon and we're thinking about lunch and we walk by the sushi place and I go, I want some sushi. I look at Sharon and go, can we eat sushi for lunch? And she goes, no. I said, why not?
No.
She was like, well, I don't eat sushi.
Yeah. Well, I'm like,
Well,
you
that's NMP, right?
Yeah.
Not my problem.
But-
But it is my problem because then I can't go there.
No,
So then we have to,
I always tell you it's fine. Go get
No,
sushi,
no,
and we'll go get something
You've
else
never
too.
said that to me.
Yes, I have, Jamie. I'm
No,
like,
you-
you get sushi, and we can go somewhere else and eat too, because we can eat
Sharon, you don't
as often
listen,
as we want on a cruise ship.
guys. If you know the difference between. There's two different ways to say that. If you were to say to me, that's fine. You go ahead and get sushi, and I'll eat someplace else. That's not said. That's not the tone or the pitch or the tenor of what's being said.
Jamie,
I think it's more like,
you have had-
fine. Then you go get your sushi, and I'll eat someplace else. That's what's said. The
is not
same
true.
exact word with a different tone of voice, and that's what happens. And,
Oh, my
and
goodness.
come on, somebody, you know what I'm talking about out
Oh
there.
my goodness!
Someone else has.
You
it.
have had
Well,
plenty of sushi,
Sorry,
Jamie.
I think I had some
You are
leftover
not-
olive. I'm sushi deprived, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you are not.
You know what I really want to know is if the Vista has those great late night snacks like they did on the other ships at the Alchemy Bar.
I don't know.
Oh my
Probably,
God,
probably
those
not.
oysters on the half shell. Oh, please,
Yeah,
please.
I don't know.
Um,
Things might be a little different this time.
they might be different, and they also might be different. We're thinking. Have you guys ever seen us go to the steakhouse? We have not had great experiences in the steakhouse on Carnival.
We did once.
Once we did. The food has always been good, but
Well,
our service
no.
has been hit or miss
Yeah.
big time.
Our very first time, we had great food, great service. Every other time, we've had great food. Never a complaint. The food is good.
Even on our
But
group cruise,
the
the service
service
was
has been
definitely
Yeah, the
kind of
service
mediocre.
for some reason was a little lacking.
And
then
our,
we
our
love
last cruise,
Carnival,
it was very lacking.
but
So,
But the other
and for those of you that say that we kiss Carnival's ass and we're not critical, boom, right in your face, because that's a big time criticism.
but all
right
the
there.
other specialty restaurants we've gone to on Carnival have all been
Yeah.
really good.
That's right. But we're thinking about trying the steakhouse. We're gluttons for punishment, and we do have a little bit of onboard credit that has to be used up. So hey.
Yeah.
Nancy said we actually drank our wine on the cruise this time. Usually we don't finish it, but this
Ah.
cruise was celebratory.
Ah.
Nancy, listen, people want to know, did you drink the wine before or after the skating incident? Just come clean with us. Just with us here tonight. There's only 325 people
She
left.
probably drank it on her anniversary.
I did, didn't she? That was a beautiful time. What a lovely anniversary
Said
dinner she had.
celebratory.
They did. They had a lovely anniversary dinner. Where the anniversary was at the chef's table with Tony, John, the Hughes Cruisers. Who else? I'm missing someone. Someone else was there, and I can't remember who, and I'm embarrassed. Was there someone else there? Maybe there wasn't. I'm not sure. Hold on, I got messages are coming in hot.
Thomases were there.
Oh yeah. Larry and Elaine Thomas were there.
Who else? Was there another?
Look at this. John from the Ship Show is messaging me saying he's on game 2 of a doubleheader in a softball league tonight. It's an outrage, John. I don't want your excuses. How dare you? How dare you? Unbelievable.
Pam Humparzumian. Oh my gosh, I can't talk.
Yeah.
Steakhouse on the Pride was amazing service and food. Maybe it's that class of ships because the very first time we went to the steakhouse was on the Miracle, and we loved it. The service was great. The food was great. And I really liked that being up in the whale tail, the whole, yeah, I love it.
Oh, okay. So somebody said, so there's a message that they had to do their test a few days before the cruise for this current week's Adventure of the Seas, not at embarkation. Remember that? That's what changed for those guys. I forgot about that. Thank you, Daniel Fields, for that message.
They were taking it anyways to get off to come back to the U.S. too.
Yes.
You know, the other people.
Oh yeah, they're getting a double dipper. That's for sure. That is for sure. Steakhouse on the Pride was amazing. Service and food, said Pam Humparzumian. What's up, Pam? Now the big question. What are you bringing Matthew back from the cruise, said Margie Butcher. Great question.
No, because the only thing he ever gets on a cruise is the ship models. He collects them, and so he always gets a ship model. And he already has a Vista ship model. So I don't know what will bring him. Because he really never.
It will bring us some onboard credit for the next cruise.
Yeah, he never really asks for anything. Even in the ports, he doesn't. When I'm like, oh, you want a souvenir? You want something? He's like, I don't know. No, not really.
Jim Benbrook said, I've had great everything at the steakhouse. Let's see. Clay Wood said, if I was on a cruise with you two and you were arguing about food, I would join Matthew for pizza. That's an awesome comment.
My gosh.
I always had great service in the steakhouse at Cat F. Then followed up by Meg W. said, I love the steakhouse, but our service has been butts every single time. It's weird, isn't it? And
it's I don't know. I can't say it's bad. I guess I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just not for a specialty restaurant, it's just been a little,
I don't know.
maybe slow, and the interactions not quite as much there as some of
Maybe.
the others, I guess. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
But like I said, it was great on the Miracle.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Looking forward to Cucina del Capitano on the Vista. Said Rob
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Life with Favor. Rob, you know what we're
Good
looking
too.
forward to? Gigi's.
Oh yeah, we went to Gigi's on
The
a
Horizon, we went to
and that was
Gigi's.
actually the first time we ever.
And it was
went to Gigi's.
actually Nautical Nurse Nancy's fault that we went there. So thank you for that. Thank you, Nancy, for blowing us off and leaving us
Yeah.
behind while
She
you went
was
to the main
supposed to
dining
join-
room, where we had no other option to go try to eat at Gigi's before all the dinner
Yeah,
options were closed.
and it's funny because I didn't think that I would like it. I'm kind of a picky eater, and I didn't really think I
Really?
would like
Wonder where
it.
Matthew gets.
I didn't really think I would like it that much. I thought, oh, there might be something I'll like, but we'll go. So, but everything was amazing. It was so good. We tried all different things, and they were all so good. And now I
It really
wanna-
was.
Now
The
I'm
drinks, the service was
Yeah.
awesome. The food was delicious. I mean,
like
delicious.
we were already talking about. We wouldn't mind going there 2 nights. on
Yes,
this
we
cruise.
might.
It's so good.
Carnival does not have a huge lineup of specialty dining. It's not their wheelhouse. It's not their jam. Other cruise lines you can name. I mean, we went on NCL Encore. There were like seven different specialty restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carnival only has a couple of them. And the Vista, now the newer ships like the Horizon and stuff,
There's a little bit
Panorama,
more,
they have
and-
the teppanyaki,
and,
but they didn't even have that on the Vista.
Yeah. Now the Mardi Gras is gonna have.
That's gonna have the hookup.
Yeah, they're getting into it finally.
That is gonna have the hookup. Okay, let me see what else we got going on here. Let's see. A few people saying hi. Griffin Melissa. Are Griffin Melissa out there? Did I see those kids and those crazy wacky kids? Speaking of lovely, fantastic content from Adventure of the Seas. I don't know if they're out there, but if they are, what's up, guys? Lovely to see it. Love the videos. Amazing stuff as usual from those two guys. John Shields said, "How many more cruises till Diamond for us?"
Actually,
One and a half.
We'll be Diamond in September on our
The Mardi Gras.
on the Mardi Gras.
We turned Diamond on the Mardi Gras
Yeah.
on Carnival, dude.
Yeah.
Boom, that's big time. We're very excited about
Yeah,
that.
unless we get on one before then, but I don't know. I don't know. If we
Sharon,
will.
I don't
I don't think we will.
I'm telling you, if you want me to quit my job, I'm all for it. I'm
Yeah.
all for it. Slinky Angle King, what's up, girl? Says, I kind of have the same thing with my husband. I eat sushi. He runs past the fish counter at a grocery store because he hates fish. And he married me. I'm the pescatarian. I'm the same way. Sharon's not she'll eat
I
like a swordfish or a shark.
I like mahi mahi,
Yeah,
shark,
something like
swordfish,
that, like a steak style.
but I don't like
fillet.
shellfish. I won't eat shrimp. I don't even like lobster, any of that. But
Yes.
I'll eat the other fish.
There you go. Griffin, listen, no, I think we're the ones that are behind in the live stream, but we're just catching up now to the beginning. Lovely to see you guys. Hello. Let's see. I am excited also for the seafood shack
Oh yeah.
because I am gonna go all out, and I have someone who requested a live stream from the seafood shack where I eat
order
one of
everything?
everything,
Oh.
one of everything from the menu at the seafood shack.
Okay.
That will eat up a little bit of the onboard credit that we have stashed away, but I think it's doable. I think
Oh,
it's
my
doable.
goodness.
So we'll see what happens there. Let's see. Let me jump ahead.
Jim Benbrook said he collects Christmas ornaments at every place they travel, putting them up on the trees, a blast, and all the memories and stories reminds us of. Yeah, I do that too. I collect Christmas ornaments now as well. We used to collect like magnets, fridge magnets, but our fridge is so full of them, and so I don't really always get those anymore. But we collect shot glasses and Christmas ornaments.
That is correct. Our service on the Miracle was not that good, unfortunately, said Meg W.
Oh.
We loved the Miracle. That was our first time in the steakhouse, wasn't it?
It was
On the Miracle.
Yeah.
Up in that whale tail deal, that was freaking fantastic.
Yeah, it's really cool up in there. I like that.
Nancy says, I love feeling the swing of the ship even after you get off. You're right, Nancy.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a little bit.
Yeah, it's funny. Certain cruises that happens longer than others.
That is right. Aspen ATC says, look for the Vista ship model anyway, in case it's a new one. All right, we'll take a look for that. I think he's got a couple duplicates in there.
Wow.
I missed the fantail gummy candy from Cherry on Top. Ooh, we'll be loading up on that.
I always buy the whale tail gummies when I'm on there. I always come home with a few packs of those.
That is correct. That is right.
Sometimes I'll pre-order them and have them in our room before we go, and because it's actually a little cheaper that way. So sometimes I've done that too.
Elisa and Joe's Destination said, Griffin and Alyssa, are you going to surprise us on the Vista? Yeah, they pulled one of those off, didn't they? They did a nice job of it, too.
Yeah.
Right at the last minute, boom, there they were, out of nowhere. That was nice work. It was kind of like when John jumped onto the Horizon Group Cruise, and I had no idea he was going to be there. They pulled the same shenanigans and did a great job of it. On Panorama, what specialty restaurants did you suggest? Said Julie. Well, Julie, Gigi's is fantastic. That's the Asian place.
Teppanyaki.
The teppanyaki we had was The food was great. The dude doing it was fantastic. It was a great.
There was
experience.
so much food. I didn't think there would be that much on the teppanyaki when you see them making it, and they bring you these things, and you're thinking you're not going to be full at first, but there's actually a lot of food.
Yes. The steakhouse is going to be a good place. The sushi place is fantastic as well. Teague Neal says, try Cagney Steakhouse on Norwegian. It's unbelievable. So amazing.
Yeah, we did.
Teague, I got news.
Well, you know what?
I gotta drop a bomb on that.
I think it is for the most part. So when we were on the Encore, we went to just about most of the specialty restaurants we ate at, and the steakhouse Cagney's out of all of them was our least favorite. I'm not going to say we didn't like it. We did, but it was just our least favorite out of all of the ones. We liked Ocean Blue and Scarlet. What's the one?
Onda by Scarpet.
Oh, that's it. I said it different. Yeah. Onda.
Yeah, but the best meal that we had of the week
so
was
good.
the best
So
meal
good.
that we had on the Encore was
The Haven.
the Haven Dining Room.
The Haven Dining Room
Unbelievable.
is the best.
Yes, it was the best.
The
It was
best.
thebomb.com.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Oh, no, yes. Nancy said Gigi's was Mr. Sancho's day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's an amazing story.
That was funny.
As we
Well,
I don't even know.
we were
I don't even know if
running
we have time
late.
for it. You might have seen
we
it.
came back. We went to Mr.
Let's hear your
Sancho's.
version of the
Okay,
story.
we went back to Mr. Sancho's. That'll tell you something. So we get back late. We're rushing to get to dinner. We realize we're going to be late for dinner because we had a scheduled 6:00 dining time. So a few of us that were at Mr. Sancho's that came back together were like, well, we're not going to make it to the dining room. And we don't want to go up in late really because, it's kind of rude to go in late. And we just felt bad, all of us, going late. So we're like, well, we'll just eat somewhere else. So we're like, I guess we decided then to eat at Gigi's.
I don't know if you're telling the story the right way. I don't know if you're giving the full effect of the story.
Nancy was going to come to Gigi's with us, and we were all going. And then I think she said, I don't remember, but I think she said she was going to go by the dining room and just tell everyone that
she was going to go by the dining room and say, hey guys, I'm sorry we're late, and it's too late to come in the dining room and eat.
And then
we're going to grab something and we'll meet you.
And I guess she went to tell them that, and she ended up and sat down and ate dinner.
Yeah, and they didn't stop her from sitting down.
No, actually, we weren't waiting at Gigi's. We were waiting over by one of the staterooms.
We were in our room. We're in our room waiting for her to come by.
Yeah, that's right. And then finally, we're like, "Well, I guess."
And it's like
there.
same, like, and I'm like calling John. I'm like, "Have you seen Nancy?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "What the heck happened?" You know, Nancy, and she was smart. I mean, she was having a blast as only Nancy did.
It was funny.
She ended up just hanging out in the main dining room.
Yeah.
And so we went to Gigi's with John and Kelly, and it was a great meal. And later on, we saw her. We're like, "What the hell happened?" She's like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, it was funny.
She goes, "I'm still feeling guilty for." Stop, Nancy.
Don't feel guilty.
It's
It
a
was
great
funny.
story.
We were laughing about it. It's one of those stories that you can look back on and laugh, and it's just funny.
Yes. Jamie, did you order? Thank you, Timothy Walter, for the super chat. Jamie, did you order your Carnival shirt yet?
He has not, and we've been meaning to order it. Now I don't know if we'll have it in time for the cruise. So
Which one?
the one that he posted in the cruise group.
Oh my gosh! Oh,
But,
that one
you
with
know,
the chips on it.
But he is going to get
Man,
it, I
that looks
think,
good.
and we'll have it hopefully for our next Carnival cruise.
Yes. Yeah, we saw that, and I think I wanted to save the page, and I love that thing. That's like a wine shirt with all the Carnival ships on it. It looks fantastic. Gina Tucker said, "I'm going to hit Cucina on Embarkation Day. Hope it's open for lunch on the 3rd." Gina, are we seeing you in that Vista group? Is that where you are at times? When we catch you, your name sounds familiar. Maybe it's just me being weird, and it's just a familiar name. But yeah, Gina said, "I'm going to hit Cucina on Embarkation Day." I'll tell you what, that's always a great call. And I myself will be hitting the barbecue.
Yeah, if Guys is
the
open,
Guys Pig and Anchor
it's-
barbecue on the plaza level.
Yeah, it's usually open on Embarkation,
Embarkation
Day.
Day.
So as long as there's nothing different on this Embarkation Day, which could be, you never know, that's probably where we're going to have lunch.
That's right.
Guys.
That is right. Let's see.
Not Guy's Burger, but the Pig and Anchor.
Senor Papa Mozo is in the house. What's going on?
Papa
How are you
Mozo.
doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Nice to see you. I know you've been busy. You've been traveling a little bit, doing some family quality stuff. We hope you're doing good, brother. Hope you're doing good. We don't see you that much, and we're glad to see you here tonight.
Yeah.
So take care and give that wife of yours a big old hug.
He's been at the beach, I think.
He has been at the beach. I've seen him in a couple of bathing suit shots. One of them, I made a poster of it. I put it in the room just to make sure that I can always look up and see him. Sir Yoshi said, "Hey guys, long time no see. Haven't been here in a long time." Hi, Sir Yoshi. Where have you been? I don't remember the last time Sir Yoshi was here, but I'm going to take his word for it that he was here before. Cat F says, "Yeah, it's Shack Chicken. I can't wait on the Mardi Gras."
Yeah, I'm looking
Oh
forward
my
to
God,
that
that's
too.
going to be off the chisel.
Maybe that'll be my embarkation lunch, Mardi Gras. When we go.
Tethelmont said, "Seafood Shack, extra money but cheap. It is pretty inexpensive." So I'm going to get the oysters. I'm going to get maybe the lobster rolls, and I'm definitely going to get the clam chips. You remember the thing that John and I did on that cruise with the lobster rolls? That was so fun. I'm gonna bring it out next week.
Oh my God.
I'll bring it. You know what? It'll be great timing since John just spent the week cruising with Tony from Lolita Loca, and in this video, John and I were busting Tony's chops a little bit, just having some friendly poking. We were poking the bear, so to speak. I got a video that will show. Heather and Marcel, thank you so much for popping in. We appreciate that. Did you guys see that you may be able to order Guy's burgers? Hang on a second. Depending on your location. BJFB, I did not see that, but that sounds pretty good.
Location.
That sounds pretty damn good. I don't know though. I like the fresh. I like to be able to throw all my fixings
you mean
on.
for delivery?
Yes, I love all that
pizza.
kind of stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. The pizzas are good delivered, I think, but for some reason, I think the Guys, I would want to get it right there, so it's nice and really hot and fresh right when you get it.
I think so.
I don't like burgers that are just room temperature. I like them nice and hot when you get it.
Danielle Kersey, yeah, you can use onboard credit at the casino. What you do basically is when you go up to the table, you put down your sail and sign card, and you just say, "Yeah, I want to take out 100 or whatever you want to take out." There's a 3% charge, so they'll hit you for $3 for the inconvenience or the trouble or whatever. Yeah. But it's cheaper doing it that way than it is going to the ATM. If you go to the ATM on the ship,
6%.
yes, they'll take out a few dollars. Then back home, they might take out a few dollars. If you take out $100, you'll pay at least $6 to $8 easily in charges. But at the casino, it's only $3. So even if you just go, you put the money down, they give you the chips, you watch for a minute, you walk over, you cash in the chips, and then you got cash to burn.
And the slot machines, if you use
Don't tell them I said to do that.
If you use your card there to use your onboard credit, I believe they don't charge you that 3% at the slot machines.
That's
just
right.
Tables.
That is right. Suzanne Fagan said, "Are you ready for your upcoming cruises?" That's the whole thing. I'm not sure if we are ready.
As to be honest, we've done everything we need to do as far as check-in, print our boarding passes and everything like that. But as far as getting things together, packing wise, we haven't started doing anything yet.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Good night, Blaine. Blaine and Mallory, have a great night. Thanks for joining us, dude.
Blaine.
Always nice to see you. Gina Tucker said, "Yes, I'm in the Vista group, also in the SAS Cruise group." Very cool, Gina.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
We have brought a few new toys and different gadgets to take with us, so we have done that, but
What's
just
that?
not.
Oh my God, you guys have to see this monster gorilla pod that I got. Are you ready to see it? It's the biggest thing you've ever seen.
Oh my
Are you ready?
gosh.
Hold on, get ready to see this. You should step back. Are you ready? Here
yeah.
it is. Ready?
That.
That's it. That's what I got. It's magnetic. The piece on the bottom, they stick. Each one has a magnet on it, so you can stick it somewhere, and the magnet's really strong, and you can put your GoPro on it or something like that, and then you can hopefully get some cool shots with it. And so yes, we did make a little move. All right, we got that little bad boy. I just literally got that today in the mail.
Yeah.
So we'll be having it. I don't even have the plastic off it yet. All I did was charge it earlier.
We upgraded to
So
the
that'd be
9,
very cool.
GoPro 9.
Yes. We've been rocking the GoPro 5 for a while, and it served a purpose. We're like, man, that thing is like from 2017. I think it came
we've
out in
had that a while.
2017 or 16.
Yeah.
So we decided to do a little something new, and we told you, we got a new laptop for Sharon to do some work and stuff like that, and so we'll see how it all plays out. Nothing big. We're still rocking our traditional setup, but hopefully we can produce some some good stuff for the folks to keep interested. Let's see. I jumped ahead a little bit to just try to get caught up in the chat a little bit. Thomas Gayer said he's doing El Cid all-inclusive in the port at Cozumel. That'll be very cool. Jamie, you are prepared. Thank you, Aspen. I appreciate that. A GoPro 9. We liked ours a bunch, said Nancy. We hope so, too. Nice GoPro 9. I paid like 12 on an ATM once on a cruise. It was brutal. Yes, Griff and Alyssa know the pain. They've been on plenty of cruises. So, yeah, they will they will really rake you over the coals. That's for sure.
What did they pay for?
They paid $12 on an ATM.
Oh, an ATM charge. Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll get you, and that's probably just for taking like $100 out.
Yeah.
Daniel Phil says my phone is from 2016. I think
yeah.
we know that about
Yeah, we remember you and Nancy's phones.
Yes,
Funny.
here's
They have a
the funniest thing.
collection of phones.
Their phones are so old that they switch out the batteries in them when the battery dies. They have charged batteries with them, so they can literally open their phones and switch out the battery. Daniel Fields says, I've seen that tripod in person, I believe. Yeah, it's the tiniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I ordered it. I was like, oh, yeah, it's a cool little magnetic tripod.
That'd be cool.
And it got here, and I was like, what is this thing? This thing is like
the ceiling or the wall or just, I don't know, something cool. I don't know. We'll find something to do with it.
Timothy Walters, yes, Emerald does have a restaurant on the Mardi Gras. He has teamed up a little bit for that adventure, so that will be cool.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
That'll be very cool. Let's see. Someone told us that you can do your own excess onboard credit and cash out. How would that work? I'm very sad you can't use onboard credit to book excursions in advance. Yeah, that's something Carnival doesn't do that other cruise lines do sometimes, is let you use your onboard credit in advance.
Yeah, and I'm hearing some mixed things now about the cashing out in the casino, and there's that you can't just go cash out, but sometimes you can put money on the tables to play, and then if you don't spend it all, you can go, later cash out, or do the slot machine, play the slot machine for a while, and then cash out. Like, say you want to put $100 in or something, put that in, and then spend a little bit. And if you still have it on your card, you can cash out. I've heard a lot of things lately how they've caught on to that. They're not letting people do that anymore. I don't know if
That's
it's
all Mom
completely.
mentioned that too.
Yeah, I don't know if it's completely true. I think there's just a way. I think it's how obvious you are, maybe. So you just have to do it in a way where it's not that obvious now, because I think they've caught on to people doing that a little bit. So.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they might scold you, or they might tell you don't do it anymore, but I don't think it's not like they can just stop you the first time you do it.
Well,
but
no,
they're
saying. Well, the thing is, they're saying if you just have onboard credit, and also now if you may have onboard credit if you have a little cash on your account too, or something like that. That may play a part in, because then what is it, the cash or the onboard credit, or what you're.
There you go.
I saw something else right there. I'll go back.
Go back. What are we looking for? Dun, 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 dun. What will the shuttle to the cruise port cost? I need to plan. Yes, Steve Morales, the shuttle will always cost.
Oh yeah, it's anywhere depending on what port and cruise line, but they can run anywhere from $30 to $45-ish or something like that. Maybe one way. It just depends.
See the word where Chris says, I would give Guy's Barbecue a 2 at best. How dare you?
I love Guy's Barbecue.
How dare you?
I love it.
Don't come in here talking like that.
I love it.
I've always had good food at Guy's. Now, I'm not a barbecue connoisseur. I haven't eaten at the greatest barbecue places in the South, in Texas, and New Orleans or Louisiana or anything like that.
I love barbecue.
But compared to what I've eaten before, I'm down with that stuff.
Well, Pam says, Sharon, how many new outfits do you have for your first cruise back?
Oh, yeah. Do you have any new outfits? Or are you going old school? Bringing it back. Are you bringing sexy back? Or are you making some new sexy?
I don't know. I think I have a dress that I bought recently, and a couple shirts, and a couple swimsuits. So I haven't really bought that much, I guess, really. But I've bought things since I've cruised before, so they may be new, I guess, kind of.
Yes. Meg W said, I'm a big nerd and I love the tripod and how it could be used. Yeah, Meg, I was thinking that too. I mean, this thing, it does seem to stick pretty well to
it really sticks.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
We stuck it on the fridge,
you gotta
and
yank
you can hardly get it off the fridge. Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. Jamie, you can hook the GoPro to the side of your balcony and get some cool shots of the sea. I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Pig and Anchor is amazing. Thank you, Lady Joy. What's going on, Lady Joy? Lovely to see you. The Bloody Marys in the brew house are good. Cat F, yes.
Jim Benbrick said, do you Uber to Hobby? Oh, from Hobby to Galveston. So, I don't know. We've only taken an Uber back to the port most of the time, not to the port, because in the past, whenever we've cruised from Galveston, my sister lives in Houston, so we've always stayed with her a lot of times the night before, and she gave us a ride to the port. This time, we're actually going directly to the port, and we're flying into, we're not flying into Hobby, we're flying into Houston International. So actually, we haven't made those arrangements yet. We may take an Uber, we may have a car, hire a car or something.
Yes.
So we haven't decided yet. We'll probably Uber it back after because our flight is at noon, I think. And so we're going to be getting off the ship really quickly and getting to the airport quick for our flight home.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be Ubering it back or maybe even a taxi, whatever's quickest at the time when we get off the ship.
That's right.
So
Thomas Gare said,
so we'll be paying those big bucks.
he said, we have the Carnival drink package. We're trying to figure 15 drinks a day. Well, it doesn't hurt if you're with someone else who has a drink package who only puts down about 5 drinks a day. Not that we would ever share a drink, but
yeah.
And 5 is a steep number.
Actually, we weren't going to get the drink package this time actually because we didn't think we were going to be drinking that much this cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
But then you remembered you were going with me.
No, but I remembered that back before the pandemic, I had the drink package on one of our cruises, and I had booked it when we had a 20% promo code where we got a discount, and when the cruise got canceled, they refunded the money.
Oh, yes.
And they told me that I could use that promo later on a cruise, but of course it had expired. Well, I called them and asked them if they would honor it, and they did. So I thought, well, then I'm going to get it this time since they honor the 20% off. Plus, in Galveston, you only have to pay for 6 days versus 7 because you're going out of Galveston because the drink package doesn't start until the second day. So
yeah, that's weird. I got to watch that on the first day because
Yeah.
I might get excited and start drinking a lot and be like, oh, shoot, I have to pay for all these up front.
Yeah. So
good night, Pat. Thank you so much for being here. Steve Morale is a big fan of the Pig and Anchor. Craven Cruises with Jim and Lori. We're talking about the shirt. I bought the cruise shirt. It runs a little big and the material is a little thin. Perfect. That'll be perfect for me then. Let's see. Tess says, I cruise out of Galveston a lot. My opinion, flying a hobby if you can. Use Lyft or Uber unless you're alone. Then a shuttle is cheaper.
it is cheaper to go into Hobby, but our flights, for us, our flights were cheaper to go into the other airport because our flights are free. So we'll pay for the, transportation to get there.
I guess going from the airport's one thing. Do you remember the time when we left Galveston and we drove back to the airport and we had that? I'm pretty sure it was an illegal Uber driver.
Illegal Uber driver.
Do you remember that time?
That was, yeah.
We were literally we got out of the terminal and we're in line we go into the line to get a taxi. And we're like, whatever, we know it's going to charge an arm and a leg. We just want to go. We're in line to get a taxi.
Yeah, at that time it was like 100. It was, the taxis were like one way to Houston International was like $160 just to go one way.
Well, and
back then.
Oh my God. And the three of us are sitting there and we're probably about maybe 5 or 6 groups away from getting to the taxi. And a dude comes over to us out of nowhere.
He's like,
and he goes, "You guys need a ride?" And we're like, "Yeah."
We're looking around. We're like,
and he's like, "My car's over there." And I'm like, "What? Are you kidding me?" Now, I don't know whether, I think it might have been just the moment that he was looking and he saw us telling whatever guy was walking in the area that, yeah, we need 3. Mm-hmm. And the guy had room for 3, right? 2 in the back and 1 in the front.
And I don't know. I think he may have dropped somebody off or something. I don't know. I don't know really, but it was just weird.
But and so he comes over. So he's like, "Yeah, my car's there." And I'm like, "Do you want to go?" And Sharon's like, "Yeah, let's go."
Well, yeah, because
so like,
the taxi was $160, and I think he was only charging us like $90 or something, or $80 or 90.
Yeah.
It was like almost half. It was about half.
Yeah. So we asked him how much, and he had a sweet deal. And then we got over there, and his vehicle had like a Uber or Lyft sticker on it. And I'm like, "Are you an Uber?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, but don't." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, it's like,
so this guy is an Uber driver, but he's deciding now to give us a ride
I think it was off Uber hours.
Off-duty Uber type of deal. It was definitely shady.
Or in between
that's
calls,
for sure.
maybe in between calls or something.
It was it was the shadiest thing we've ever done. And halfway there, I'm thinking,
we took our chances.
Yeah, I'm like, I just took mine and my family's life into our own hands. Literally, a total stranger off duty from Uber is giving us a ride, but we saved a chunk of money and we got there safe. Yeah. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Lady Joy said, I would have been scared if we didn't have Uber sign a window.
Well, I probably wouldn't have done it by myself, but I guess since I was with Jamie or whatever, I don't know, took our chances. We're figuring there were 3 of us and 1 of him, so you know what?
Steve says, private coach for Jamie, the talent has rights. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sharon's drink package saved my life on the Panorama, said Steve Morales. I got on the last drink. The 50-ish Uber to hobby to the porch is, hold on, 50-ish Uber hobby to a port hotel. The shuttle's about 30 per person. I watched like 3 years of your videos, said Kelly Vittoria. In the last week, I'm determined to hang with SAS on an upcoming cruise. Jamie's hysterical. Sharon is a class act.
Thank you,
Thank you
Kelly.
so much. Thank you for mentioning that I am a lot of fun, but maybe a little shy in the class area. I appreciate you saying that. Tesla said, Jamie, I've always thought you were a little shady. Well, you get caught up in the moment, and it seemed like a great idea at the time.
It all happened so fast. It was just one of those, sometimes you just do
Lady
crazy
Joyce said, Jamie would have kicked his butt. Yeah, I'm a big enough guy that I don't think anyone's really going to try to take too much advantage of it. If anything, I could just sit on him and stop him. NZ Scratcher said, can't wait to watch you on the cruise vlogs again. Only 11 days to go. How exciting. It is super exciting. Is it true the drink package doesn't kick in until the next day on Bermuda group cruise out of New York? Timothy, that is true.
Yes, New York's the thing.
That is true. It'll kick in once you reach a certain distance from... there is an argument. Some will say it doesn't kick in until the next day. Some will say that once you're a certain amount of miles away out of port... it might kick in.
I think they say that because most people are asleep by the time it kicks in. So
yes, and when they sell it to you, they probably sell it for 6 days instead of 7 days.
They will, because just like Galveston, it's they don't charge you for the day that you're not good.
Yes. Teague Neal, July 3rd is the cruise date. We leave on the 3rd, and we're going to be on for the 4th, and I'm super excited about that. Right? It's going to be a party going on. Yeah. Celebrations. They're going to have fireworks, right?
No.
No?
No. Maybe on the TV.
You think they'll play some Katy Perry? Baby or fireworks? Scott Weber's still waiting for the first post-pandemic cruise. Scott, so are we. Listen, I don't want to seem like a cranky pants, but literally we are the last person in the YouTube cruising community of creators to go cruising post-pandemic, are we not? Is there anyone who will not have been on a cruise?
I think there was a couple people that were on one of the last cruises on another.
Who is going to be waiting till after we go? Everyone will have gone before that, I think.
What do you mean?
Faith and Nyella, what's going on? Matthew will not be going on this particular cruise. No. Matthew won't be going.
But he will be on the next one. He'll be on the Mardi Gras group cruise in September. He'll be on that one.
I hope so.
He's actually taking off
Crazy
school.
Catch Up to Doodles hasn't gone yet. You're right about that. You are right about that. Jamie, did you suffer FOMO? What is FOMO?
Where are you?
Why am I forgetting that? Daniel Fields said that. Why am I blanking out on FOMO? Yeah, somebody remind me what FOMO is. I'm totally forgetting. 160 days for a beachy mama to get on the Oasis. That'll be a great cruise.
No. Teague Neal said he moved it. July 6th. No, it's July 3rd.
Yes. I think I responded to that one, but it's
okay.
You did.
I love Sorry.
Kelly said, I've gone out of New York on all my cruises on NCL. I've only paid taxes till we get a certain distance away. Let's see. Royal Caribbean from Galveston, it kicks in immediately.
Well, I know it's...
You get fruity drinks and some others, but you can't get hard liquor until you reach international waters. Yeah, they all have their own stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. I am so out of it.
Everyone knows it.
Yeah, I suffer from that. I don't, there's two ways to look at it, Daniel. Number one, everybody was on the first cruise or within the first week or two, or they're going, and there's a lot of stuff going on. And some could argue there's a lot of congestion. There's so much crossover and all that. So some things will stand out. Some things might get lost in the shuffle. And maybe, just maybe, it'll be good for us to go a little bit later. Things will calm down. We are looking forward to spending the time together as just the two of us, and that's something we've never been able to do before. So we'll certainly be juggling our time as Sharon and Jamie, the happily married couple, loving each other for the cruise. And, and the other part of us will be
Making a lot of videos.
Sharonatsea travel, trying to make a video and trying to do this and seeing if we can make some B-roll look halfway good and trying to get some content where I'm not too close to the camera and you can't see all the weird hairs coming out of my ears and my nose and stuff like that. And, making Sharon looks as beautiful, as she usually does on the camera, and all that fun stuff. So we'll see how it all plays out for us. But I do know that we're also excited to meet and hang out with a few friends on the trip as well. But I don't think it'll be like a party type of deal. It won't be one of those
deals. It'll be a little different. I don't know. I think everyone's going to be so excited to get on the ship, but I don't.
Ooh.
And there'll be some party, but I think the party won't be the normal party. Like I'm kind of curious what it'll be like the Alchemy Bar. Usually it's going crazy at night, people yelling and screaming and fun. I wonder if it's going to be as crazy.
It'll be off the hook. If that place is open, that'll be the hottest place on the ship. I'll tell you what. Big Bro Watcher, did Matthew decide to get the vaccine or does he not need it for the Mardi Gras? He hasn't gotten it yet. Mm-hmm. He's still up in the air on whether he wants to get it. Mardi Gras hasn't been confirmed if you need it or not. So for right now, I couldn't really tell you what the next move is going to be. We'll cross that bridge when we get back from the Vista.
We'll know when we get back.
Griffin Alyssa said, well, Josh hasn't gone yet. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Josh, for making us not be... Josh Holcomb, of course. Thank you, Josh, for making us not be the last
we're not last.
Please. Listen, if I know Josh Holcomb, next thing you know, it'll be like next week he'll be hopping on a cruise ship somewhere out of nowhere. They'll be somewhere with Griffin Alyssa, surprising people. They'll be like, look, we're on the Celebrity Edge on the 26th of June. We'll be like, God damn. Tesla on upcoming vacay, 8 days in a condo at Gulf Shores with the brother, followed by 3 days at lake near the home. Come on Friday. That sounds like a great time.
Yeah, that sounds relaxing.
Sailing on the Edge first in October, said Joe and Tex. That'll be fantastic. Amy Franzek said Don hasn't gone yet. Yeah, well, I mean, those guys in Canada are feeling the pain.
Yeah, they're still trying to get out of there.
They're feeling the pain. My first cruise back will be in 2022, said Sam Sitar.
Well, hopefully things will be back to somewhat normal by 2022 and
That is right. Sharon,
great cruise.
We're getting close to 2 hours.
Wow.
It's been an amazing night.
God.
Oh my gosh, I don't need that opened up. Hold on. I wanted to look at this. Have we covered everything that we need to cover?
I think so.
Have we talked about it? I mean, the whole theme was, are we ready? And part of getting ready, guys, is sitting here with you, talking about cruising, getting pumped up, getting excited, being reminded of the things we want to do, and all that.
We're ready. I mean, we're mentally ready.
Yes.
So we're ready to go. We just need to throw our things in our luggage, and we'll be off.
That's right. Jamie Wilhite said retiring early has messed up my cruising. Wow, I guess that can happen too.
Yeah. You need to. No retiring for you, Jamie.
What? I can't retire? I got a little while to go yet, but still. I'm looking forward to retiring. My goal is to hopefully work for you one day, helping to book cruises, and we can just do that full time. And then we can do that from a cruise ship about 25 weeks a year, and I'll be cool. I will be cool. Yes, Nancy said, honeymooners again. I hope so, Nancy. I hope so. We'll just see what happens. Listen, if all of a sudden in 9 months from now we have another cruiser on our hands, little junior cruiser, we'll see what happens. I don't think that'll play out, though. We'll see what happens. I think the two of us are going to be more like, it just feels great to sleep in. Let's get to bed early. It'll be like the old days when Matthew was like a baby and Sharon would be like, okay, I'm going back to the room. And I'm like, okay, I'll walk you back and then I'm going to the casino for a little while. Okay, don't be out too late. Okay, 2 a.m. Stumbling back in. Stumbling back in again. It's been a great night. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for making our Monday night so fun and so special. Yeah. It's fantastic. The turnout's been unbelievable, and we really appreciate it, guys. So thank you so much for that. Sharon, final word from the crew. Do you want everybody to let it... listen, guys, let's do it. Let us know really quick. What have you learned tonight? Put it in the chat. Have you learned anything from us? Have you learned anything from your peers, your friends, your cruising comrades, your Sharonatsea cruise crew friends in the chat? Let us know real quick before we go. We'll wrap up with a few last comments before we duck on out of here for the evening. But let us know, what have you learned tonight? Put it in the comments and let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Thank you, Thomas. We appreciate that. Huebner hijinks on the high seas. What's going on, guys?
Oh, Pam says in Ontario we still can't get a haircut yet. Oh my gosh.
Holy shit, are you kidding me? Jesus Christ, that is insane. Pam, if you need a haircut, I will make a video on how I cut my hair. And if you want the same haircut as this, you can have it.
I don't think she wants that haircut.
You can have it. You can have it. Holly Johnson said, I'm not a creator, but I'll probably be the last one here to cruise, booked in 2023. But that's going to be well worth waiting for.
Yeah.
Beachy Mama said, Sharon, will you clarify something for me, please? All right, come quick with the question, Beachy Mama. Come on. We were the second to last cruise before the Rona. We even got a free day, said Eddie Moonshine. You did, didn't you? You did get a free day, you son of a gun. You took our day. You owe us a day of cruising, Eddie Moonshine.
Oh, there
That's
it
what
is.
it boils down
Beachy
to.
Mama said, do you pay? I think this might be the question. I don't know. Do you pay for the test once or twice if not vaccinated on the ship? I'm assuming you're talking about the Royal Caribbean ones that they're saying. My understanding it's the 136 is for the test to get on the ship and then also to get off the ship. So that's for both tests total. So
Okay.
is
Do a
my
little
understanding.
research, double check that out.
If that's the cruise you're referring to.
Yes, and if the cruise leaves from the U.S., then you don't have to get tested to come back. You only have to get tested to go if you're not vaccinated. And some of them maybe even keep an eye out because you got to watch for every protocol. It's different state by state.
They can change, or, if all of a sudden, maybe if they find a couple people test positive at some point, then the next week they may decide to just test everyone as a precaution again for a couple weeks and then go back to the other, you never know.
Knee-jerk reactions will
You
happen.
got to keep up to date before your cruise because you really don't know until it could change the day before.
That is
you go,
correct.
really.
That is
I mean,
correct.
it's crazy right now.
Lady Joy's excited that the canceled Mardi Gras cruise was booked by Sharon for June 3rd for the son's high school graduation.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's going to be a great graduation.
Congratulations. Let's see. It was great. Thanks, Jamie, Sharon. I learned that the trolls are real and they're real losers, so Tesla on. There weren't even that many trolls tonight. I mean, there's barely anything. I don't even know of any. Thank you, Andrew Stevens. We appreciate it. Have a great week, B Staten 67. Steve Morales, take care of yourself. Daniel, have a great night. He said, what I learned is Jamie really has a go-to shirt. Yes, I've been enjoying this. It just works really well with the green screen. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you, Kenneth Oaks. We appreciate
that. That's the only thing with the green screen. It's hard.
Well, in our unprofessional professional setup, it's harder to work.
Well, because a lot of my shirts have some green in them, so it's
Oh yes, your
every
wardrobe
time
is
I'm like,
limited.
oh, I gotta find something else to put on.
Thank you to the Pitchford family. I learned your fun interaction together. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're all excited. Cruising starting back up. To Carla McClendon, Slinky, have a great night. I learned some new tech is in the Asmus household. Amy Franzak, it is, and we're excited to I don't know, see if we can do anything different with it.
So
Casey Catchandler said, I learned that Jamie thinks I'm a Facebook spammer, despite the fact that Sharon has booked me on 2 cruises. Well, I don't know all the details. I'm not privileged to Sharon's books.
Yeah, I don't share my information with him.
Yeah, she won't tell me anything. She doesn't tell me anything. I'm like, hey, what was that credit card number for those guys? And Sharon goes, you can't have that. What? I thought we shared everything, honey.
No.
We don't share any of that, apparently. Unbelievable. Let's see. I have learned, Arlene, what's going on? I've learned from you that if there's ever another lockdown, I can count on you to make it tolerable and fun. Thank you, Arlene. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
I learned about pepper jack cheese olives. Meg W, you're paying attention. Way to go, girl. Way to go. Yes, I got them at the Total Wine. I'm staring at like 3 different types of blue cheese olives. I'm like, which brand should I get? Why are these $6.99 and these are $10.99? And then all of a sudden I look over and I go, pepper jack cheese. Sounds good. And it really was good.
Were they as good as the blue cheese? Or you like them better? Or not?
The blue cheese is tough. Sometimes, though, the olives can be different. Some olives are a little mushier and some have like a snap to them. And I'm unsure of what my favorite one is. I think at the end of the day, I'm still a blue cheese olive guy. But these were damn good.
I'll take the blue cheese, but you can have the olive.
Thank you very much. Beachy Mama said, apparently Jamie's abused by Sharon. That is a true statement. Thank you so much.
Yeah, he looks so abused.
I learned Sharon's just beginning to buy new clothes for cruising. Drink package doesn't kick in till day 2. You're right about that.
Yeah, I probably should go shopping because we have a lot of cruises. Like we said, we have a cruise every month the rest of the year.
You can go shopping as much as you want as long as
Yeah.
you don't tap into my casino fund. Thank you so much. I learned that Jamie and Sharon are honeymooning again. Thank you, non-nurse Nancy. We appreciate that. I learned that Sharon has a look. I also learned there's such a thing as pepper jack cheese stuffed olives.
Robbie O'Malley says, I could not wait till August.
Oh my God, that'll be fantastic, Robbie. We hope that goes great.
Yeah.
Teague Neal said, I have had dark and you bring bright sunlight to life. Keep smiling and loving life. Thank you, Teague. That is a very nice comment. Other than Jamie and Sharon have no idea what Matthew wants from their cruise. What you know what we're going to do? We're going to bring him a pizza from the Pizza del Capitano or whatever that place. Is that what it is? Pizzeria del Capitano. Pizzeria del Capitano. I learned that Jimmy will be in Sharon's cabin on this cruise. Hello. Monique C said, I learned that on a cruise ship, Sharon plus Jamie minus Matthew equals sad face, but also Jimmy time. We learned that Bimini is beautiful, especially for snorkeling. I learned that Jamie and Sharon cruise got canceled. Well, it did, Anthony. Our cruise got canceled and reinstated by the grace of God.
Yeah.
At one point, I was like, somebody wants us to not cruise.
I know. Well, it's funny because we've had different things happen, at first I'm like, you know what? If this doesn't happen, maybe we're not meant to be on this cruise.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go book the Horizon in July and get on that, and just move it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. All these things were running through my mind, but luckily.
Mercy Rodriguez, deep down, you're not ready to cruise without Matthew. You may not be wrong about that, Mercy. You may not be wrong. I think
it's because, now he's getting older, and we know that, I don't know, a couple more years, then he'll be going probably off to college and things, and then he probably only cruise with us sometimes. But I don't know. Yeah, it's just weird because he's been cruising with us since he's been a baby, and so it's just weird that he's not there. It's just kind of.
I predict at least 2 tearful evenings, potentially brought on by champagne or some other beverage at one point. Let's see, what else? Good night. I learned that taxi's not always the best post-cruise option to an airport. Shuttles are probably better. Do you absolutely have to be vaccinated to sail? Technically, Shanice McKenzie, no, you don't. If you are not, then look into Royal Caribbean as an option out of Florida in the coming weeks/months.
Yeah. Or wait till closer to the end of the year, and
Charles Hahn said, I learned that Jimmy can use his new camera and tripod on the cabin ceiling. Whoa, now there's an idea. Cabin walls and ceilings are metal, aren't they?
The walls are.
I learned there was a whole bunch of trolls that said no sound. They were everywhere. There were.
Oh.
That might have been because there was no sound, though, earlier.
Oh.
Question. When you do a group cruise, are there times designated as no cameras? I was just wondering, because I can drink and be stupid and don't always want to broadcast. Let me test. I will give you a serious answer to that.
Well, there's cameras, but we don't, and we, I guess you might say vlog it. It's on camera, but we don't post everything in a video. There's things we just don't post. There are things that are more, I guess, kept within the group, but we do put some of the fun things out there as well.
Yes.
I mean, because people want to see it, and a lot of people like to have that themselves out there. So, right. Like we post things like on our last Horizon group cruise where we had the cabin crawl where we were all being silly and Lori DeShiel, she's in the chat. I don't think she is tonight, but she sat on the whoopee cushion and just silly, childish.
It was hysterical,
fun,
but it was not an embarrassing moment.
Yeah. So that kind of stuff, it's fun. But if there's something that someone's embarrassed by or they don't want it on camera, we're not going to put it on camera.
I will tell you this:
we're not going to put it on YouTube.
When I am editing, as a man who is getting up in the years. And Sharon is gorgeous, and she rocks a bikini like no other gal in the middle-age age group can. I will tell you that right now. But there are moments where she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not digging that angle or that side or whatever the case is." Or if I'm having a pose where I look like a dummy, or my big belly is the focus point of the image, or something's going on. We're aware of that kind of stuff, and we're going to cut it out, we're going to crop it out, we're going to move it out so that it's not jumping out in the forefront. So we notice that, and we can tell that about other people and friends and anything like that. So I guess you could say that we're aware of those things, and when you don't, when you're not rocking the bods of some 20-somethings.
We're not, we don't just going to put everything on camera that we know that some people may not want to be on camera.
That is right. I learned don't hang a pineapple on your cabin door. Well, Thomas, we didn't discuss that tonight, but you're right about that. Unless, of course, you want some late night knocking. Late night knocking? Late night. Late night knocking. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see. I think that's it. I think we've covered everything. Have we covered everything?
Oh yeah, Crazy Cat Traveler says Sharon doesn't even tell you when Wanda Perlman booked.
Yeah, I know. Can you believe that crap? I learned Jamie lives on the wild side. # shady Uber driver. All right, you guys, you've been amazing. Thank you for joining us. We love you so much. We'll be back next week on next Monday with our final show before getting on the cruise. And I can tell you that we will be doing our normal live show while we're on the cruise. We expect to have at least some decent Wi-Fi. Knock on wood. We hope to be able to do some lives from some different ports as well, based on our phone plan and all that kind of stuff.
We'll be live on Embarkation Day.
Yes, and we might even check in the night before the cruise just to say hi from the port of Galveston. You never
we
know.
might do that too.
Just to give you a glimpse of the vista, because she ought to be there waiting for us. Waiting for us. Daniel Peel says, I have been drunk on a vacation with SAST, and none of that made the show. It's a family show. There you go.
That's
I know.
right. It is a
Poor
family
Daniel.
show.
Daniel, you're on the cutting room floor. Of course, but when you're married to Nancy Fields, there's much more Nancy in the video than Jamie. I mean, that's just how it works, buddy. That's just how it works. All right, guys, that's it. Good night. From myself, from Nancy, from Leanne, from Matthew, from everyone at Sharon and Sea Cruise Crew, from Sharon, on behalf of everyone here at Sharon and Sea Travel, don't forget to call Sharon to book your cruise. And Sharon, take it away.
Good night, everyone. Happy cruising, safe travels, and we'll see you next Monday night.
You're damn right, guys. Thanks for everything. We love you. Have a great night. Peace out.
Night.